Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome once again to the first tech summit we are having at RKY Careers for 2025. I'm super excited to have each and every one of you here. So let's go straight to introductions. Some of you might know who I am. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Rukayat Alabi, also known as Ruki, and I'm the CEO of RKY Careers. I love and I enjoy meeting people. So let's introduce ourselves. We're going to use the chat box, right, to keep it very organized. So using the chat box, tell us about yourself, your name, where you're joining us from, and what you do currently. This would also give us a very good idea as to what kind of examples, right, I should give during this session. I'm not alone in this session. I'm also joined by some guest speakers who are also going to be sharing their journey, right? So it's going to be 2 hours filled with lots of insightful information, right? That is going to take us where we really want to be this 2025. I'm sure you have expectations, and I promise you that your expectations for joining this session will be met. So let's dive right into it. Let's introduce ourselves in the chat box. Your name, the city you are joining from, and what you do currently. Right, beautiful. So I've got Aki. I am a care support worker from London. Victoria from UK. Victoria from UK. I've got Shola Savage from Birmingham. I'm into events management. Welcome, welcome. So I've got Shola Savage from Birmingham into events management. Danis, I'm a healthcare assistant based in the UK. Gideon Emelaba from London. Daniel, support worker based in Luton. Titi from Edinburgh. Adetola in Dundee, Scotland. I work as a customer service advisor. Chinedu Okoyechira from Owerri. I'm a forex trader. Winfred Agbata joining from Nigeria. Rafiat Kent, I'm a support worker. Kemi, I'm Steph, project support officer from Nottingham. Kemi, support worker, London. Tina, healthcare worker in Warrington. Jane, healthcare assistant from Swindon. Christiana, fraud desk officer from Lagos. Chidima, care assistant, Wolverhampton. Right. So I introduced myself earlier as well. I'm Ruki and I'm the CEO of RKY Careers. At RKY Careers, we're a multi-award winning company in the UK, and we help international professionals who are trying to land very good jobs in the UK, empower themselves professionally or career-wise to stand out in the job markets, right? In the last couple of months, we boast of over 1,500 success stories of students, graduates, professionals, who have used our services, who have engaged and enrolled in our boot camps and are where they want to be and landed their desired jobs today. How are we doing this, right? We do this through our boot camps, our coaching services, our career advisory services, our optimization services, right? Our boot camps are practical experience focused, which is why we have very good track record of success stories, right? So our boot camps are practical experience focused because that's what is really prioritized here in the UK as well as in the global job market. But that is not to say you will still not get a certification at the end. You get a certification. Like I said, we're a multi-award winning company, and you can see the range of awards we've won right from 2022 down to 2024. And we are so proud of this. Right. So about myself, a little bit about myself. I'm also a multi-award winning entrepreneur and founder and CEO of RKY Careers, right? I founded RKY Careers out of my passion to support, immigrants who are navigating the job market. I totally understand how difficult it can be, more so even now that the market is way competitive, right? And yeah, basically, all my initiatives are all focused towards supporting immigrants, right? Here in the UK, in the US, or wherever they might be. Right, so a little bit more about our training offerings and our services at RKY Careers. Right, we have our data analysis and business intelligence course with project management and business analysis, advanced Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint, right? A Scrum Master, Product Manager, Product Owner, Digital Marketing, Compliance, KYC, and AML. We also have standalone services, right, that you can also leverage if you already have experience, which is the CV optimization, LinkedIn optimization, career advisory, career consultation, business consultation or business coaching, full career rebrand, professional portfolio, right, and the likes. So before we get right into what we are here to discuss today, which is the power of tech, leveraging tech, right? I want to ask, in one word or in two words, why did you join this session? What are you looking to gain in this session? Right, in the chat box, we're going to do all our interactions using the chat box to keep things fast, and to keep things very organized. So if you see me looking here and there, that's because I'm using two screens. I've got, the Teams chat on the left and I've got my slide on the right. So pardon me if you see me, moving left, right, right. So guys, let's be very interactive. It's the first tech summit for the year. I know we all have goals. This is the time of the year where the energy is really, everybody's trying to achieve their goals or take steps, to achieve their goals, which is really good, right? So let's keep the energy at that level as well. So tell me, guys, why did you join this session? What are you looking to gain from this session? Please, let's mute ourselves. Loretta, please mute yourself. Right. Fantastic. Akin, you're like the first. Let's see who is going to beat you to it. You're the first to answer this question as well. I've noticed that, and kudos to you. So Akin Jide, right, says career transitioning and development. That's the reason why he joined. Beautiful. Right. Danny says, I'm hoping to become a healthcare analyst. Beautiful. Bijal says is joined to understand the current industry trends and the job markets. Very important as well. You need to keep yourself with information if you are competing, right, in a very competitive job market. So beautiful. MC says, I want to get a project manager experience. Perfect. That's really good. Stephanie says, for career advancements, I can relate to that. Tina says, career transition and learning a new skill. Very important, especially in 2025. Adebowale says, career growth, blessings for career change. Titi Lokpe to become a business analyst. Stella to transition to project management. Shola Bomi, navigate the industry expectation vis-a-vis my qualifications. I love that. Skill assessment is always a very good thing to do, especially when you are new. Where am I? What is the industry asking for? What is the gap analysis? What do I need to do to actually get to where I want to be? So really, really, really great. Love that. Victoria says interview prep, project management role. Fantastic. Sylvester says career change, informal career growth in business analysis. Uche, business visa sponsorship in tech. And then we make career transition into Scrum. I think I got more than I asked for. You guys are just giving me back to back, and I really love it. I love, when you guys keep the energy, Dolapo to transition to project management. Agbata to be a good digital marketer. Beautiful. Richard, I want to be well reinforced with project management. I want to switch for a better pay and fulfillment, career advancement, and learning new skills, transitioning into business analysis. Let me tell you something interesting, guys. You all are here for the right reasons, and we are your best bets for all of these your reasons. And I'll get into it shortly. MC says he wants to be like me. Right, beautiful. That's also a very good thing to be, to actually want to advance your career or whatever it is you are looking at, because there's a lot to me. It depends on which one you want to be like. Career growth, Oluwa Bukola, beautiful. Visa sponsorship and hands-on training in project management to gain PM experience and position myself to increase my earning potential. Right, we're going to leave it at that. I think we are all on the same page. We all need growth, right? We all need new skills. We want to all do something different in 2025, right? To actually get to where we want to be, to achieve better results, to achieve good results, right? Which is all the right things to do, right? I'll tell you that even RKY Careers as a company was born also out of a New Year resolution. For those of you who follow us on social media, you would notice that recently, celebrated our 3 years anniversary. Sometime 3 years ago as well, I decided to take things more serious because before then, I'd already started supporting people, right, and all that. I decided to take things more serious, and I also wrote down my New Year resolution. And this is the outcome of that. Imagine if I didn't take that step too at the beginning of the year. Imagine, probably this is not to say you have to take a step at the beginning of the year, so it can be at any point, but I'm just saying that there's also the coincidence that we are also a product of a new year resolution. So you all being here is really good, but what's most important is the action you now take at the end of it all. So let's get right into it. Why transition to tech? You all have mentioned that you want to transition to tech, but you didn't tell me why. Why do you want to transition to tech? Does anybody want to share? Why do you want to transition to tech? Why the tech? Why nothing else? Why not why do you need tech? Why do you need tech skills? Let's even say we're not even transitioning. Why do you think you need tech skills? Let's see a couple of answers before we move quickly. I actually took the slide off there so that you guys don't have the expo and read out my slide back to me. So I want to know your own why. Why are you transitioning to tech, or why are you interested in tech? Wow. MC says, because of visa sponsorship and money, honestly. Victoria says, a lot of opportunities. Chisom said, money in capital letters. Money. I thought they said money is the root of all evil, isn't it? Stella says, lots of opportunities. Daniel says, that is the future. Macaulay, developing my analytical skills in a tech company. The only catch is that the company should also be offering sponsorship. Lots of opportunities and open mindsets. Visa sponsorship, high pay, remote job. Tech is the new oil money. Destiny, work-life balance. Sylvester, wider opportunities. That needs for work flexibility and career advancement. Tech skills is what is used everywhere. I can't agree less with you, Victoria. I totally agree with you. Because of money and the flexibility, love for the job, the money and the visa sponsorship. Expand my horizon. Guys, you guys are like, you're the best. You're the best, team I've had. Because the answers are just coming, I love the energy. I love it. I love it. Let's go on. Let's look at what we have written down. So why transition to tech? In fact, I think I want to stop saying transition, because guess what? Acquiring tech skills is beyond transition. You don't even need to want to transition before you acquire tech skills. Why? Because all of the roles now are imagined. All of the roles that are out there now need a sprinkle of tech skills, to say the least. Sometimes you need more than a sprinkle, yeah? So why transition to tech? There's a blooming demand for tech skills across different expertise and tools and all that. There's a blooming demand for tech skills, for tech roles, for tech professionals, for tech tools. There's a blooming demand. The jobs in tech, or jobs that are requiring tech, and the way they are now adding tech tools expectation to all job description now, has made it compulsory for everybody to actually, acquire tech skills. Look at data analysis. There's advancements going on, right, in this part of the world. Do you know that everything you do is data? As you are stepping out of your door, that's data to somebody else. One satellite somewhere is capturing, or Google is capturing. I don't know how many of us would have gone somewhere and come back, and the next thing you are getting either is Google that is telling you that you've gone somewhere. They will tell you where you've gone, or is your journal on your Apple that is telling you that when you come and update your journal, you just left this particular place, or there's just a lot of sources, or what would I call it now? Touch points, like capturing your data. How do you think that is happening? Because, data is like very much in demand? Or is it digital marketing? Gone are the days where, it's only prints. I know we still prints. I know we still print flyers. Exactly. Bolanle said questions from Google, like, how was your experience in the bus? Like, how did you know I was when I was in the bus? How did Google know that I just came down from the bus? But that's actually what tech is taking us to. you know Tech is really, and then let's look at marketing side. If you look at the marketing industry, how many people are still using door to door? Even if you see a company doing door to door, don't be deceived. As they are doing door to door, they're also doing million of other channels that are digital in nature. They are just having a balance, right? Probably because, and it's data that will also let them know that, oh, some percentage of our customers still require to be visited, physically. They still require, to be given flyers on the road. We still need to go to events physically, but it's still data that will let you know what percentage, so that your marketing effort is not a match. Because you might be going to a particular environment where people there are digital and you are handing them flyers. I don't know if anybody hands me flyer these days. That's if I even accept. Sometimes I'll just say blatant no. And if I maybe manage not to make the person feel bad, as I'm walking away from the person, I'm squeezing the flyers. However, as you're scrolling through Instagram, before you know it, the same adverts, from a competitor that is using technology would just show on your what's it called, on your timeline, and you won't even know, either on Instagram, Google. There's even no way they are not putting adverts these days now. Adverts is being put anywhere they can put it. But that's just to show you the power of technology and how, if you have the resources, you can actually, there's no limit to where you can be, where yourself, the awareness, the level of awareness you can give yourself as a business. So the demand, that's just to say, talk about projects. Lots more projects are coming out. Lots more projects are being developed. New startups, new ideas are being launched every day. That's to talk about the projects. Everybody wants to do the agile way. Everybody wants to transition to agile, the product way, the lean way of doing things. Talk about compliance, KYC. The more of these products, payment companies, startups are starting up, there's a need for compliance. There's a need to make sure that, right, all their activities, all their new customers are compliant. They comply with GDPR, they comply with KYC rules, AML rules, and the likes. And another reason is diverse fields. In my explanation just now, I've given an example of a wide range of fields. And that's to let you know that tech is not just, gone are the days where the tech professionals are software developers. Because if that's the case, look at the global talent visa. There won't be other categories. In fact, they now recognize the fact that some business skills are also contributing to the digital technology, industry. Right? Because those business skills, they've actually incorporated technology with them, right? To, advanced digital technology, to advance technology, to advance the economy, the country, and everything, right? So that's why you won't see that it's not only the software developers that qualify for global talents, or all these tech visas that we have across different countries. Competitive salaries. We all know that, companies that are leveraging tech, that are optimizing their processes from time to time, they are bound to be more profitable. They are bound to have more revenue. They are bound, to have more revenue than the likes. And that's why a lot of companies, that probably were doing things manual before, now require business analysts to come help them optimize their processes, now require digital marketers, to come increase their revenue, their market share, their marketing efforts and all that, right? The same with, all of the other fields as well. And what are we trying to say? Any company that invests in tech professionals or tech talents would be more profitable. And when they are more profitable, they would also be able to, afford to pay high salaries. And that's why the big tech, the big four, all these companies are the ones, that are able, they are actually automatically on, they pay very high salaries, as we already know. They pay the six figures and the likes. And talk about, competitive salaries as well. We all know that, we all know that, I don't know what the average salary in the UK is right now, but we all know, based on bills and all of these things, even people earning like 40K, 40,000 pounds per annum, right, might not be able to still live maybe the very good life they want. So tech is that field that also give you the opportunity to upscale yourself. Even if your first role is not 40K, you know that you are not stuck. I'm not in the career path that the highest I can earn is 30K, that the highest I can earn is 40K. At least, even if I'm getting my first job and it's 38K or 40K or 45, that's not the end. That's not the end. So there's, competitive salaries, right? in the tech space or with tech skills. And by the way, don't be deceived. When we say tech space, tech, it doesn't even have to be a tech company that is employing you, right? But they're employing you to come to bring the tech skills, right, to them. So it could be a finance company, it could be a bank, right, that you will use your tech skills in. So that's why I don't want to like call it, oh, transition to tech only, because it's like a must-have skill set that you use across industries. Innovation and creativity. I mean, we know that with tech, things are done in a better way, things are automated, we get more creative with the way we do things. Flexibility and remote work. For those that said, remote work, that is like, a given, right? With tech skills, right, you can do them from the comfort of your home, right? Especially if the companies are open to it as well. There are some roles that, as just impossible to do from home. I'm sure we know those roles. Some of us are in those roles at the moment, right? So it's better to be positioned in an industry where that flexibility you want, that remote work you want, is actually achievable. We have a lot of people here that are mothers, that have little kids that want to be there for their kids. They want to be able to take their kids, for activities, pick up and drop off their kids in school. Even the men here, especially in this space, it doesn't leave the men out. Lots of men are more involved, also in the care for their family. They have to be there because in this country you need to work together. It's not one person's responsibility to do anything, and you can only be able to achieve that, right, if you are in a career path that affords you that flexibility. Global opportunities. There are so many roles. I know people here, some of our students interviewing for jobs in Denmark, some of our students interviewing for job, in the US. Some of our students got jobs in Netherlands. We have students in Ireland. So global opportunities. You can be in UK and be interviewing for $100,000 role in America. There's no barriers anymore to skills, right? The skill sets are applicable across the globe. Continuous learning and development. This needs no saying, right? If you are in tech or you transition to tech, it just helps you to wear that continuous development garments, which is what is required in this 2025. Guess what? Transitioning to tech is not even about learning one skill and stopping there. It's a mindset, and you need to wear that mindset. And you can only have that mindset if you start with one, and after that, then you keep upgrading, because the world is not staying in one place anymore. You can't say, oh, I don't want to learn AI. As you're saying, you don't want to learn one AI, there's another AI, there's another, there's something else. We don't know what is going to disrupt the market in the next couple of years again, right? But if you start by learning some, by getting into it, then you get to actually be in that, community, right, where you can easily advance yourself if there's anything new. Global talent visa sponsorship, digital nomad visas. We also know that especially in the UK here, if you want to be sponsored and you are not a new entrant, the salary limit is 38,700. How many companies can actually afford to sponsor, 38,700 if they are not to pay 38,700, right, if they are not leveraging tech themselves? So tech remains one of the industries that is able to pay, the salary requirements. So when we say tech, not just tech companies, but companies that need tech professionals, companies that are bringing on tech professionals, right, that can do. And we all know that in this country, and again, if you look at something that the one of the solutions, I don't know, for those of us that follow the news here in the UK, I don't know if anybody knows what solution are they trying to use to address, right, the fact that the locals are not able to maybe do some roles that immigrants are taking. It's training. It's still this training that we have access to now. They want to see if their own their own children, their own descendants and all that are able to also go through this kind of training to get hands-on experience. So I mean, these are some of the reasons, right, to leverage tech. And one of the reasons as well, I was watching something today, and to be honest, I was able to resonate with it. This is like a very good time, really. There's a lot of opportunity that exists right now, in the markets. Why? Because everybody is chasing which one is easy? Easy things. AI can do this for me. I don't need to do this again. However, being a master, learning, being that person that learns and, is also resilient, is what are those that would get the opportunities, right? So a lot of people, majority are chasing is, and I think that is why they will say a lot of immigrants are taking the jobs, because immigrants are ready to do anything. We are ready to take any job. We're ready to move at 50, at 60, transition to a new career path, start all over again. So I would say that advantage we have, we should not lose it, because they are tested and proven advantage. Let's actually put ourselves in, learn, upskill, make sure that we stand out in the job markets. Right. So let's get right into getting NHS jobs. So how many of us here are looking to get NHS jobs? Because I remember I mentioned that part of the things we discussed in today's session is NHS jobs. Right. Chidima is interested in getting NHS jobs. Beautiful. Right. And as we all know too, Danis, and the likes, as we all know, NHS is one of the big, for some of you that mentioned, for those here who mentioned visa sponsorship, NHS is one of the, sure bankers when it comes to visa sponsorship jobs. Somebody reached out to me recently and she was like, oh, she's trying to get sponsorship. She was checking all the band 6, band 7, band 8 roles, and she was seeing business intelligence analyst, business analyst, right? Those are the kind of roles, right, that can offer you sponsorship at that level, especially if you don't want the band 3 healthcare assistant roles, right? So what am I trying to say? There are so many roles you can position yourself for within the NHS that are not clinical in nature. And to get those roles, you also need to you need to have practical work experience in these skill sets. You need to have practical work experience. So if you're looking to get jobs in the NHS that would sponsor you and you don't want it to be care, then you have to take an action to transition to become a data analyst or business analyst or project manager, and not just any type of them, a master. Like when I say a master, participate, learn, gain practical experience, follow, attend, a boot camp where practical experience is the focus, and I would say that at RKY Careers, we are not only, this is not just, if you, 50%, like I said, of our students are in NHS. We have a lot more too in tech companies. And when I say NHS, they are not doing KO. They are head of compliance, principal auditors, right? Business analysts, business intelligence analysts, data analysts. And that's if NHS is for you. I'm not saying our training is tailored to NHS, right? But if you are looking to get jobs in the NHS, this can happen. If you look at what we have on the right hand side, you'll see band 8, a project manager, right? And you can see that they're offering sponsorship as well. So these are the kind of jobs that you want to position yourself for, right? If you are looking for sponsorship, because right now you need to also tailor your application. Where am I likely to get sponsorship? And then acquire the skill sets you need to position yourself for jobs in that place. Right, that's to talk a little bit about, the NHS. And we also have a lot of alumni who always come back to also teach us how to apply to jobs in the NHS, strategies to follow. We also have a lot of recordings of previous sessions that we've held in the past of this nature. So talking about the Global Talents Visa as well. Right. I just got a message now. I got your number from one of your former students who is now working with the NHS. Right. Anyways, tech routes to global talents, visa. Some of us have heard about global talents visa, I don't know if this is clear enough, but on my right hand side, I have some people who are global talents beneficiaries. You can do this yourself as well, right? Go to your LinkedIn, just type UK Global Talents. You can leave it as United Kingdom, or you can put your specific area or maybe a general area where there are lots of people, and then change it to people. Then see the roles that people, that's another way as well. Because if you're trying to achieve something, either it's global talent, or you need to do your research as well, or it's visa sponsorship, right? Go to like I said, go search for UK Global Talents and start looking at, you see that a lot of them are Nigerians. What are their roles? Product manager, program manager, project manager, digital and growth marketer, right? UK Global blockchain developer, product manager, data analyst. So what am I trying to say? And I'm not saying that the only thing that got them is a training in tech, right? But a series of steps you need to take to position yourself for global talent. But the first step towards any of all the things I've been discussing today is to first of all position yourself strategically. You can't be a customer service professional or you can't be a healthcare assistant, right? And be saying I want to get global talent. That would be just dreaming. But like I said, in 2025, we are not dreaming, right? We are taking action. The first step is always to acquire the skill sets. Become that person. You want to compete where, you want to compete with data analysts. You can't be competing with data analysts as a customer service professional. You have to compete with data analysts as a data analyst as well. And then you have to start looking for how, you will be better the ones that are already in the market as well. So, like I always say, start by acquiring the skill sets. On the right hand side as well, you can see the list of career paths that can help you position yourself for global talents. Another thing you benefit at RKY Careers is that we don't just train you, we also bring in experts that are where you really want to be, that come in to tell you the gaps. I was where you are, these are the things I did, and this is where I am now. Right. And almost all of them that come, they would already tell you that they also started like you. They also acquired skill sets like you at some points. And, it's part of the things that got them to where they are now. So now let's talk about valuable skills for a successful career in tech. One thing I always like to tell people is that you already have like 50% of what you need to actually land your successful tech job, And when I say that, I know that most of us are mid-level professionals, we are all like maybe master's graduates. This is not our first what's this called, career journey. We already had previous experience either in those customer service I've mentioned or even healthcare assistant or something. All of this, you've gained some skill sets that will be useful for you in your next career path. So if you want to transition into tech, either you have this or not. These are like must-have skill sets that would help you have a successful tech career. The first is analytical skills. Regardless of your role, in 2025, you need to have analytical skills, either by learning Excel and Power BI and all of these things. And when you learn all of these tools, what do you use them for? You use them, for critical analysis, decision analysis, document analysis, variance analysis, reconciliations, right? And many more for decision making. Communication skills. If you want to be successful in any career path at all, forget tech. If you don't have good communication skills, you're not going to be lasting in your job. Talk less of getting the visa sponsorship they promise you, right? You need to have good oral communication skills. You need to have good written skills, collaboration, and presentation skills. You can't be the antisocial person in your company. You can't be the one that can't go out every time, there's a time, every time they said, oh, let's all meet. You can't be the one that never asks questions at, meetings where there's opportunity to ask questions. You can't be the one that can't make presentations using PowerPoints. You can't be that person, that can't talk, that can't put up slides, put slides together. You need to build your communication skills. And I know that a lot of us already have these communication skills, probably from our previous experiences. Solutions mindsets. You need to have solutions mindsets. You need to have solutions mindsets. You can't be someone that just reports problems. Even if your role is to report a problem, if that's your JD, if that's your KPI, you can't just report a problem. Before you report a problem, you need to have, a recommended solution in mind. Such that it shows you as, oh, okay, you are that person that's, not just this problem, but you've thought about it and you recommend this. What you recommend might not be what is done, but at least as you are putting, because when you escalate problems, to your managers, you are weighing them down, right? But as you are weighing them down, you're also lifting them up that, but I've already thought of this as a solution, right? So that there's a balance. And you give them, something to. So solution mindset is very, very important. Adaptability. This one is even very important for you, even on this your journey, like either wherever you're living or something. You need to be adaptable. There would always be change. There's change going on in all companies, There's change going on in all so you need to drive change. You need to accept change. You can't be, this is the only way I know how to do things. This is the way we have to do things. If the company were going this way and they said they want to go this way tomorrow, then you need to accept it. It's change. And you need to have continuous developments in mind. You need to be able to learn new tools when there are new tools, right? You came into the company, they were using Excel. Now they want to move to Power BI. You need to go and learn Power BI. You can't be complaining. You have to be adaptable and flexible. Problem solving. You need to actually be able to do problem solving, at the advanced level. You need to be able to do variance analysis. Okay, this is what we had last month. This is what we have this month. This is the difference. This is what this difference mean. We are having this difference because of this. You need to be able to do reconciliation, root cause analysis. Oh, we have this problem. What is the cause? What's, problem solving, impact analysis. There's a new policy. How will this new policy impact our business? Adaptability. I think, we've mentioned all of that. Stakeholder management. It is another, very, very important skill sets. You need to be a good stakeholder manager, right? You need to be able to manage relationships. You need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to, manage conflicts, negotiate, manage a team, collaborate within a team, right? When we say, and one good thing is that in our boot camps, right, you not only learn all of these things, you get to actually practice it, which is what I love, because our boot camps are practical experience focused and they are not scripted, or you get to actually make those real mistakes. Because at interviews, what they would ask you is about, times you've managed the difficult stakeholders, you manage diverse stakeholders, times you've, come across a challenge at work and how you solved it. Those challenges, you're likely to go through them during the real life projects that you do on our boot camps. So even if you don't have any of these skill sets, you can still develop them, you can build them. Process improvements. You see this one? It's very important. Process improvements is something that is tested across all of the roles. Even if you're applying for admin role, they will ask you a question like, how have you improved process? How have you improved, a process, or how have you brought in automation? You want to know how you bring in automation, how you adapt technology, how you've improved processes, streamlined processes. Maybe when you came in, report used to take 10 days, but when you came in, you did one magic with your tech skills, right? And then the reports became 3 days, and that's like a win-win, or you have to tell them how you do gap analysis. When I joined the new role, I took my time to understand the current process. I made recommendation. I did a gap analysis, and then I identified areas, redundancies in the steps, in the processes, and I recommended blah, 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 blah. Process improvements, even if you're applying for finance role, insurance role, you would have to talk, because nobody wants a liability. People are wanting employers are looking for professionals that they would employ, that would come on board and take them from where they are to an improved state. And if you don't adopt process improvement as a mindset, you can't help them achieve that. That's why they would always test you to be sure that you are somebody who have taken initiative to improve processes, to identify redundancies, to be more creative, to improve workflow, and all that. Right. So team collaboration, this is also very important, because you're not going to be working as an island. You're going to be working with people. Nobody wants to work with difficult colleagues, right? And you don't want to be a difficult colleague as well. You need to work, they need to be sure that you're not that person that can't take feedback. You're not that person that can't give feedback. You're not that person that, so it's very important to come off, and demonstrate your collaborative skills, right, when in any career path. So these are just a few, really. These are just a few. It's not limited to this. Right. So this some tech fields with global potential, right? So these are just a few. Some and might not be here because they are not also easy to transition to. You need up to a year, 2 years to be able to even command, so it's a different thing to learn the particular skill sets, but how long will it take you to be able to command these benefits you're looking for, right? To be able to command that 40K salary, right? Not a career path that even when you start learning it, because it's 2 years, at the end of that 2 years, you are not yet a senior, or you are not yet good enough to be able to ensure. So you have to start with or maybe do another 3 years of internship somewhere, So, but these are career paths that, I tell you that they have potential for global opportunities, from data analysis, data engineer, data related roles, really, business analysis, solutions architect, enterprise architect. These are roles that are also very much global digital marketing, PPC, growth marketing, growth ACA, product marketing, all those marketing roles, network engineer, support analyst, IT management and co, project manager, project coordinator, change manager, right? Application web developer, software developers, Scrum Master, Agile coach, release engineers, and the likes, business intelligence analysts, right? Business intelligence developer, finance analyst, finance manager, financial planning analysis, reporting analyst, and co and co. Product owner, product manager, and the likes. But guess what? Tech skills, I don't want us to even look at it as limited to these career paths. Let's look at it as must have skill sets and not just career paths. So don't look at it like, oh, I want to become a data analyst only. Even if you are not trying to become a data analyst, you still need data analysis. Right. So to truly thrive in the tech industry, you must keep yourself abreast of analytical skills, collaboration skills, design skills, digital marketing skills, social media management skills, cyber and information security skills, artificial intelligence, personal branding, and so on. Right. But why do people struggle to transition to tech? This question, I'm going to throw it back. I hope I still have my loyal participants that have been very, very active, right? So guys, tell me, why do people struggle when they are transitioning to tech? Information shock. I love that. Unfamiliar terrain. Experience. Wow. Right, fear of failure, lack of tech skills, change, no prior experience, information shock experience, inexperience, unfamiliar terrain, no passion. Information overload because they don't have the right tech skills, mentorship, lack of required skills. Many think it is magic. It's not magical. You need to put in the work. Adaptability, lack of information, lack of mentorship, time factor, lack of technical know-how, oversaturation in tech industry. Seems like too much info until you practice. Many people struggle due to inadequate information, some information overload, and how to apply practical knowledge. Shining object syndrome. I love that. Right, let's look at some of the. I agree with all of you, to be honest. Skill gap. Some of you also mentioned it's, misconception about the role, the skill gap that newcomers have. Some people just say, "Oh, let me just go and watch Coursera." Some will come and say, "Oh, I've done Coursera for 2 years. I've been doing this one, but I'm still finding it, hard to get a job." Lack of industry experience, fierce competition. Right, these are things that you guys have all said. I think there's really no need. But how do we break the barriers? We need to bridge the skill gap, right? We need to be a part of a supportive community where we learn among others, build industry experience through practical clients projects, stand out in the competitive job markets. Right, it's not just about what you know in your head, it's about how good, right, you put it on paper as well, such that you get shortlisted for interviews. Right. So investing in, upskilling through our boot camps is you investing in your future. Right. So at RKY Careers, right, we have been setting the stage for tech excellence. We boast of 1,500 success stories, right, of our students, who have now landed their desired jobs, and a lot of others who are in the job market also actively getting interviews and, applying to jobs. So what do we offer at RKY Careers? How do we come in? We've all learned all about, this tech. Tech looks like a shiny object right now to all of us, right? So how can you bridge that gap, and how can RKY Careers help you? Through our practical experience-based bootcamp, right? We offer a range of them, and all our courses have, a good amount of time, based on the technicality for each of the role, where you would spend gaining practical experience on projects and co. We also help through networking events and workshops like the one you are in today. I'm sure that some of you, the information you've heard today is what will help you take steps that you need, right, to move forward in your career. We also have live events, like our Limitless Without Borders physical events. We've held we had the first one in Birmingham, the second one in London. We're going to be having another one in June. Right. So whenever you hear that, we're having on any of these events, make sure you subscribe. There's always something new to learn. Personalized career branding services like CV optimization, LinkedIn, and all that. Immersive learning experience. And we're a community of innovators, right? We recently won an award as, an innovative company and all of that. And this is not just, an effort of one person. We are a community of innovators. Right, so we are proud to be a driving force in bridging the global tech skills gap, not only in the UK, but globally. We are also very proud to be enhancing diversity and inclusion, making sure that, immigrants, Black community, underrepresented community, they also are able to position themselves for high-paying jobs. They also get a seat on decision-making table, not only here, but globally as well. Right, so before we proceed though, I'm going to ask, right, what area of tech, right, are you looking to transition to? Let's drop what area of tech interests you that you're looking to transition to or gain experience in or upskill in. So let's drop that. So we boast of over 1,500 success stories. Like I said, our students have gotten jobs as operations analyst, compliance analyst, sales operations analyst, data analyst, project and program managers, KYC analysts, business managers, visa sponsorship jobs as digital marketers, visa sponsorship jobs as KYC analysts, customer service specialists, project managers, data auditors, KYC analysts, project support officers, data officers, and many more. To be honest, if you go through our page, you see a lot of them. I'll tell you that during this break, while a lot of people were actually, taking a break and all that, I got a lot of success stories, right, from our students, that just landed new jobs and, needed confirmation of their references. But so this is to tell you that as competitive as the job market is, we are still standing out. We are still getting jobs, in the job market. So, right, you can also see some more success stories highlights across our boot camps. Right, so we have a range of tech courses, and like I said, we'll get right into it shortly, but I want to understand what career paths are you looking to explore? Digital analysis, data analysis, PMBA, BA, project manager, compliance analysis, PMBA, data, computer science and web development, PMBA with AI Edge. Beautiful. You are in the right place. At the beginning of 2024, we updated all of our courses with AI, with AI module, right? So you have the advantage. You're also going to have the AI Edge. And in 2025 as well, we've also made new improvements to all our curriculums and courses. So you're in the right place, really. If there's even anything tomorrow that is coming that is not even AI, we are ready, right, to add that to our curriculum. So compliance, PMBA, digital marketing, PM, compliance, PM, data analysis. Beautiful. So you're in the right place. So right now, we're going to tell you how we can help you across those career paths you've mentioned to achieve your goals. So I'm going to start with digital marketing. We're going to start with digital marketing. So our digital marketing bootcamp is a 13 weeks program, right, where you learn to become a full stack digital marketer. Why did I say full stack? Because guess what? There's a career path for full stack and there's a career path, for specialization as well. Meaning that all the things you would learn within the bootcamp, all the specialties you learn, you can also get standalone jobs in them. So what are we trying to do for you? We're trying to give you an advantage in the job market such that, you can either be an SEO specialist, a social media manager, a content manager, an email marketer, a growth marketer, and a content analytics or social analytics manager, or even be a full stack digital marketer. Right. And how do we make this happen? You gain practical work experience, taking a product to market, or enhancing an existing product's awareness or digital presence, right, during the course of the bootcamp. So it's 6 weeks of classes and another 6 weeks of practical work experience. So who can take this one, or who needs digital marketing? Digital marketing is one of those skill sets that we all need, regardless of our role. Either you are, especially if you are somebody, right, who wants to maybe launch a product yourself, launch a service, you need to learn digital marketing, you need to know how you market it, or you just want to monetize your skill sets, help your family and friends, or freelance. This is a very good skill set for that potential. So if you are graduates who need practical experience to stand out in the job market, I recommend this course for you. If you're a marketing professional, if you're an entrepreneur and business owner looking to enhance your online presence, or if you're an individual trying to increase your salary value, right, or your earning potential by becoming a full stack professional. Right, so for those of you that mentioned digital, I'm happy to tell you that the potential earning in this career path, or potential career paths you can explore, as you can see on my screen, right? I've mentioned some of them as well: PPC, professional, e-commerce manager, affiliate manager, and co and co. Eligibility for visa sponsorship. For those of you who mentioned that visa sponsorship is part of your needs for 2025. I'm happy to tell you that digital marketing is a career path that has potential for that. In fact, we have quite a number of people who have gotten visa sponsorship as digital marketing professional. Another good news about digital marketing is that it's a career path that you can use to position yourself, right, for the global talent visa. So you can position yourself for the global talent visa through the digital marketing, and not only in the UK, across the world. And guess why? Because like I explained earlier, digital marketing skills would grow companies, would increase revenue, would increase profitability, and in turn help the economy, because the more companies are profitable, the more taxes you pay, the more you are providing jobs in the economy, the more it will advance the economy. So this is no wonder why we have global talents visa and all these special visas welcoming digital marketing professionals who are talents or promise in their fields. Right. So if digital marketing is the one for you, I would say, take that step to gain practical experience in digital marketing. Right. So what are training perks? You get the live training, you get recordings on our LMS, which is our learning management system. You get to work on real clients projects, innovative projects. You get practical case studies, UK work reference for the projects you've done. You get a certificate of completion. We do your CV for you. We do your LinkedIn for you. You also get post bootcamp support in the like of, weekly interview preps or bi-weekly interview preps, and and all that's really. So if I mean, based on all of this that I've mentioned, right? Because I know people that sell only mentorship or even just interview prep for £200. I know people that sell like if you break down all of the perks you are getting from this bootcamp, right? There are some people that sell access to this kind of opportunities for £200 to £300 as standalones. I know places where you do your CV and LinkedIn for £300, £200, right? However, at RKY Careers, we know that we know that we are passionate about making things affordable, because we know that our audience, also have a lot that they are dealing with in terms of bills and all that. So we made it affordable. So it was £599, as you can see, but we are still running, an early bird 2025 discounts where you can still get £100 off this £599. So if I were you, I would secure my slot today, because this discount ends. I think it ends today, or when does the course starts 18th of January. So the discount ends before 18th of January. So if I were you, I would secure my slots now. So if you want to secure your slots now, all you need to do is to visit the link you can see on my bio. The link you can see on my screen. Admin, please drop the link as well so that they can click it straight from the chat box to secure your slot and enjoy the $4.99 discounts. This discount ends today. So, click on the link to secure your slots. Now, if you are joining from Nigeria, we have a special rate for those joining from Africa or Nigeria. You can WhatsApp the number. They would also drop the links for you to click to chat straight with our consultants to secure your slots. So if digital marketing is for you, take that step right now, right, to secure your slot. So at this point, I'm going to welcome a guest speaker I have in the house in person of Becky Moyofola. Becky is currently working in the hospitality sector as a customer service representative. She is enrolled for our 2.0 digital marketing boot camp. She has passion for marketing and growing demand for experts in this field, and this drove her to enroll. Right. So, Becky, if you are there, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi, Becky. Thanks
Hi.
for accepting to speak at this session. We appreciate.
Okay. So my name is Becky Moyofola, and I'm currently a student of Digital Marketing Bootcamp. I started last year when I was 9 months pregnant. I used to work, I still work as a customer service representative. And I knew that after my maternity leave, I did not want to go back to that job. I kind of had like an experience with digital marketing before, just like background experience, little experiences here and there, but I still wasn't so confident about my skill and the experience I'd gotten to fully launch into the professional world when I was done my maternity leave. I got to know about RKY Careers through a friend that had done a project management course with them as well. And she told me that it was one of her best decisions. And that turned out to be one of my best decisions so far. I like that the classes are really flexible. Because of my condition, I was scared I wasn't going to properly commit to it. But the classes were flexible and also efficient. So I was able to, fully get the knowledge I wanted. There are different parts of digital marketing. I was fully able to explore all those options and know the one I really wanted. So I kind of got clarity on what I wanted to do as a digital marketing manager and strategies on how to position myself in the industry. I really liked the sessions that they kind of create for us with mentors. That was one of the best parts of the class for me. There are lots of sessions with different mentors that come and talk to you about different things and how to position yourself and how to be better data marketer. They also share their experiences with us, which kind of make me feel seen. Lots of people struggle with going to this field in the UK, and we have lots of questions. And them telling us their personal experiences and how they were able to navigate that was one of the highlights for me. Presently, I'm still on maternity leave. I resume in September, but I feel like I'm much more confident in this field now. I like I'm in the project phase of the boot camp right now, so I'm working with a lot of colleagues like myself, and it's kind of preparing me already for how I should behave or what I should expect when I eventually begin to work as a data marketing manager, which I would love to do. I also I'm already optimizing the skills that I have gotten so far, and I can see the results so far, even though I've not fully launched into it. So if you are thinking, should I not? I think you should, because that was the best decision I made. I was thinking of, because of all those courses I'm taking, should I invest in it? It's a lot of money you get, but there's nothing compared to this. So if you are thinking of going to digital marketing, you should definitely try this course out.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, by the way. You
Thank
know,
you.
Yeah, congratulations. Very strategic decision, right? To use your maternity to upskill so that, by the time you're out of the maternity, you're 100% ready to elevate your career as well. Thank you for attending. So there you have it, guys. Becky has shared her journey. She's on the project phase. She's done with the classes part, right? During the project phase, they work on clients' projects. They try to the work on clients projects. If you go to our LinkedIn as well, you see a couple of them who have shared what they are currently working on. So thank you, Becky, once again. So guys, if digital marketing is for you, take that action now. Secure your slots. We are going back to 599. It's currently 499. And I even think that we might even go higher than 599, because that 599 was a discount we brought from earlier. So, how can I access the recording, as I joined 1 hour late? The recording for this session will be uploaded on our YouTube. So please subscribe to our YouTube so you can get notified when it's ready. Right. So we're moving quickly into project management and business analysis. So if you are one of those that indicated interest in project management and business analysis, or both, or either, now is your turn to listen. I want to expect that the digital marketing professionals, have indicated, have secured their slots right now, because it's very important to do so. Like she said, we bring in different experts. We brought in about 2 global talents professionals. In fact, the trainer is a global talents professional who got it through marketing as well, right? And yeah, we brought in also more digital marketing professionals who are currently thriving in the industry here. A lot of people are confused. They always think that social media is just, what digital marketing is all about. But guess what? It's way more, and it's the core of every business. Every company would invest and sponsor anybody that is promising or bringing on board, more revenue, more profitability, more impact, more awareness for their business. So you want to be that person. Right. So the discount currently is $499. We have $599 on the screen, but there's a special early bird discount that you can use to get an extra £100 off. Right. So all you need to do when you click on the checkout page is type in early bird. So that's a special £100 off, bringing it down to $499. I don't know if that is clear. Right, so let's get right into project management and business analysis. So the objective of the bootcamp is to provide participants with practical experience, essential skills, as well as knowledge required to succeed in project management, in PMO, in business analysis, or even Scrum. Right, so through this training, you will develop a deep understanding. You will learn a lot of tools: ClickUp, Jira, MS Projects, Balsamic, Draw.io, and the likes. You would also leverage techniques such as Scrum, Agile, Prince2, Waterfall during the practical work experience, and you work on real clients projects from start to finish. Let me bust your bubble. We have a lot of project managers in the UK. They keep saying it's saturated, but guess what? There's nothing called saturated. What's most important is how you can differentiate yourself in the markets, right? There's not all the roles are saturated. So would you say because of that you will not work and pay bills? Because all the roles are currently saturated. We have more people chasing less jobs, So are we going to now say we're not going to work, right? We just need to constantly find ways to bring more to the table. Employers are looking for who will bring more to the table, and that is why all our courses are like a 2-in-1, so that if it looks like one side is not giving you results, you walk into another side. If you try to apply to digital marketing roles, you're not getting it, try PPC. You're also a PPC. You're also an SEO specialist. You're also a PPC specialist. You're also a lot of things. The same with if PM is looking like it's very saturated or something, but which I don't even believe. There's employers always look for a combination of skill sets, although they will tell you that you should not put everything on your CV so that you can get interviews. But when you get that interview, you need to show that you are a master of many trades. Because you need to show expertise. Companies will tell you that they're looking for a project manager with finance background, or with insurance background, or with London market or EMEA market. There's just always something that you add to what you already have to stand out, in the job market. You would also build other soft skills like emotional intelligence, team management, stakeholder management, collaborative learning, workshop facilitation, because you would work with, colleagues, just like she has said. You would also have supervisors you are submitting to. You also have team leads, among yourself. You get to choose your role after the 7 weeks of classes. What role have you now fallen in love with? If you haven't chosen anyone between the two, you can still be a hybrid person on the project. Then you move on to the project. You have a mandate you are supposed to fulfill, right? You have a framework you are supposed to follow. Among yourself, you have to solve that problem. So you also wear problem solving skills. You work with difficult stakeholders. All of these skill sets are like in demand and must have skill sets for the market. Who can take this course? Anybody at all that has interest. Either you have studied masters in PM, or you have studied business analytics and you're interested in business analysis or data. Or you are an aspiring project manager or business analysis, right? Or you need visa sponsorship. You want to get into NHS. There are so many project roles in NHS. There are so many BA roles in NHS. These are part of the areas that you want to position yourself in, even as a business owner, an entrepreneur, right? And the likes. So for all those that are interested in PM and BA, are you guys feeling me? Are we still together? So what are the potential career paths you can leverage, right? Guess what? The career path you can leverage at the end of the boot camp is not limited to just the PM or the BA. There are so many roles under PM, and there are so many roles under BA, and there are even some roles that are a combination of the two. That the advantage you have from knowing BA and advantage you have from learning PM and what you put together for those kind of jobs. We have the transformation manager kind of jobs, the change managers, we have the portfolio manager, junior projects manager, portfolio analyst, change manager, solutions analyst, change analyst. These are very much, and you can see the salary ranges that they command, right? Eligibility for visa sponsorship as well. There's, you can see all this, you can see the codes. This is straight from government's website. From construction projects manager code 2455, engineering projects managers, project engineers, IT project managers code 2131. Under this one we have implementation manager as well, IT project manager. Under the engineering one we also have project manager. We have code 2440. Under the finance projects related, project delivery officer, project manager, project support officers. This is where we have all the project coordinators, project officer, project analysts, project administrators. These are jobs that you can position yourself for. At the end of the boot camp, you can see that they are all listed under the government side. It was just recently during the last change of policy that they added IT project managers to this list. That is to say that the demand for that role or for projects are not going anywhere. Under the BA as well, you have the business analyst, change analyst, systems analyst, technical architects, user experience architects, business consultants, business continuity manager, digital business analyst, business support analyst, and co. That's to tell you that there's very high prospects when it comes to visa sponsorship, for these roles across different codes and industry. What are the 10 training perks? The same as the other one I said, 7 weeks of live expert-led classes. We are not one of those that will tell you to enroll for bootcamp. Somebody called me and he was really lamenting. He wants to enroll for a bootcamp. He paid 2,000 somewhere and he was self-paced. He thought that was what he needed, because he felt that maybe, because he has a lot of shifts to do and everything, self-paced. He paid £2,000 and he didn't still gain anything. And this is a training that we're offering you for $499. For people, there's nobody that is offering. I would tell you something for a fact. There's nobody offering the same value that we are offering that is offering it at the price we are offering it. I'm not saying there are no cheaper trainings. Don't get me wrong. What I said is offering the same value that we are offering. That is this cheap. Or that is this affordable, because we are not cheap, right? So you get your CV done for you, we get your LinkedIn done for you, you get work reference, for the project you work on. You get to position yourself for visa sponsorship job. You also get a globally recognized certificate of completion, accredited both here in the UK as well as in the US and 90 other countries. Based on everything I've said, the value of this course should be nothing less than £2,000. But just like the other one, we brought it down to $599. But there's also an extra discount that's not on this slide for maybe some. But there's an £100 you can get off this $599 that brings it down further off to $499. All you need to use is the early bird discount at checkout. You can take a screenshot of this page so that you can chat. Also in the chat box we've also dropped the links you need to click to make your buying decision. But guess what, I will tell you that now is the time to take action. You can decide to be attending free sessions like this across different places. At the end of the day, what you will have is information overload. You need to take action so that you can start getting the results. Deadline for payment is obviously right before class starts. But guess what? We also partnered with Pay Later, Klarna, ClearPay. Klarna allows you to pay in 3 installments. ClearPay allows you to pay in 4 installments. PayPal allows you to pay in 3 installments as well. And Pay Later gives you between 3 to 12 months installments. So even if all you have today is £100 or £160, you can secure your slot in any of this, right? Or even less than that. All you need to do is to visit the URL that's been sent in the chat box and check between Klarna and ClearPay which one works best for you. If you still need to chat with somebody, the numbers to chat with have been dropped on the WhatsApp. All you need to do is click on the link to chat with one of our consultants. Right. What is the full course? I don't understand the question. So this course lasts for 4 months. The first 7 weeks, right? For classes, this next 2 months on real work experience, 1 week for career support sessions, right? And then after that, weekly interview prep. There's nowhere they are doing this where you would have finished your boot camp and you still have opportunity to come in when you now get a job, and they're not just telling you to go and watch recording or go and watch the classes all over again. There's a weekly session. You can come in, bring your JD to it, let's review it together. This is after interview prep sessions have been held with you. You still get to drop in, ask questions, during the weekly interview prep. And this is not to say the amount of, very useful resources that we have on our LMS, right? From how to get jobs in NHS to how to get jobs in civil service, to job application strategies, to visa sponsorship strategies, all, if you are trying to get interview, right, and you sit down on our LMS and watch all the alumni resources, all the career support sessions, you are bound, right, to get a job. Right. Is a degree needed to get visa sponsorship? Practical experience is what is prioritized here in the market. Right. So I've got another guest speaker to bring on board. Her name is Amaka. Amaka is currently in the 10.0 project management bootcamp. Right. So my decision to join the PMBA bootcamp was due to my passion for problem solving and career growth and increasing demand for experts. It's been an amazing journey so far. So Amaka, if you are there, please come on stage. We're happy to have you. Thank you for accepting to speak at this session.
Thank you very
And
much, Ruthie.
opportunities that we give to our students are this kind of speaking engagements that help you. Do you know a lot of people see, some people face interviews like this and they freeze because they've never spoken to a big audience before, but this is an opportunity to speak to over 60, 70. How many people do we have right now, right, in the session, right? So thank you so much, Amaka, once again. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Ruki. Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, everybody. Once again, my name is Amaka, and I am very happy and excited to be in your midst this morning. It's an honor to stand to be before you guys this morning. First of all, I'd like to give like a background knowledge of myself. I have a degree in bachelor's degree in urban and regional planning back home in Nigeria. So, like every other person, I found myself in a crossroad when I relocated to the UK, not knowing what to do. And my first role was working as a support worker for Autism Initiative. And while I was doing this, it taught me patience, it taught me empathy, it taught me the value of making difference in the lives of people. But me, a go-getter, I like to strive for more. I like to strive for success. So my eagerness for, problem solving made me to realize that I really needed to upskill. Like practically my colleague back in, I currently work with autism, but my colleague then got a new job with NHS, and this job could give him visa sponsorship, and the guy just left. So I was like, oh, how did you do it? He said he enrolled in RKY, and I'm like, okay, I'd like to know about them. So I did research. I contacted Ruki, and she told me how to join the class, which I did. So that made me to stretch myself, because I know I needed to stretch myself. I needed to learn new skills to build my career to something that I would be proud of, because I know that being a support worker would not take me anywhere, right? So I found RKY career, and to be honest, it's been like a life-changing experience for me. The decision, if I had known long ago, I would have done this the very first year that I moved into this country. Now, talking about the life classes, it's been an absolute game changer. They are practical, they are engaging, super interactive. You can ask questions and get feedback like immediately. You're not limited. Everything is like interactive in the class. Anything that is a bit difficult, that made me the whole section helped me to improve in my confidence level. Even the way I'm speaking now, I don't think I was speaking like this before, but it really, really helped me. Now, the facilitators, they are next to none. I must say, they are next to none. The facilitators, the supervisors,
They're simply amazing. And then beyond the classes, the level of support we've gotten so far is outstanding. I am currently working on my project with my team members as I speak with you, and the facilitators are always available. The support guys are always there to answer questions. While people were on holiday, we were working on our projects. And it was really exciting for us because it's something you can see hands on. You can see it like you're working in an office. The project phase has been the best part for me because, like my facilitator will say, breaking it granular, you will see it hands on, you will see it, you're doing it yourself. So looking back, I can confidently say joining RKY has been the best decision I've ever made. It's just been about the skills I've gained, the incredible support from facilitators, the teamwork among my team members in the live projects is amazing. And then to anyone that is considering these parts, guys, come on board. Come on board, take this leap. I mean, 599. When I paid it, I was like 599. But you'll be amazed what you can get under 2 months. Right now, I'm eager to just dive into the job market and start looking for jobs, to be very honest with you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, RKY. I'm super grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amaka, for sharing your journey. I mean, I mean, even listening to you, I'm actually, I'm very happy. It's always very delightful when I hear people who, whose expectations are met, because I know I get feedback from quite a number of people that enroll in different places or, take, make choices to, go somewhere to learn something, and their expectations are not met, talk less of even being exceeded, So I'm happy to hear about your experience, and you guys have heard everything she said. She even paid 599. Now we are saying it's 499. This is the last week. Oh. I was just checking the amount of coupon that have been used for that for this 499 discounts we are running, and guess what? That the amount that we've actually given away under these discounts is a lot, guys. So please be one of those that benefits from this before it becomes inaccessible. So thank you so much once again, Amaka. Everything she said, from the training to the practical experience to the supervisors to the mentors, right, to even the work experience, as it is called, really. So guys, if you are on, we were part of those that said PM and BA, before we say sold out, secure your slots, because guess what, we have quite a number of people that have enrolled for the courses already, and we are going to be pushing out our sold out creatives very soon. So don't be caught on the fence. Secure your slots, use Klarna, use ClearPay, use whatever is and if you are paying in naira, that's if you are physically in Nigeria, right? Please make your decision, take the action, because the action is always most important. She was referred by somebody in her workplace. It's not like the person was also, I'm sure some of you introduced yourself as support workers, carers. She also works as a support person, with as she has said it, but somebody left that kind of situation, got sponsorship job with the NHS and left. And that can be you as well. For those of you who are looking to leave care, to tech, to sponsor job in the NHS, it is happening. It is real. It's not it's not being made up. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amaka. So right now we're getting into Scrum Master Product Owner. Did we get anybody indicate interest in product management, Scrum Master, or should we skip it and move to the next? Anyways, we're not going to skip it. So Scrum Master Product Owner is very similar to the products, to the projects, and BA. It's also 4 months. It's 7 weeks of classes, 2 months on projects. So you get to learn lots of tools as well. ClickUp, Draw.io, Jira, MS Projects, Balsamic, and so on and so forth, right? The difference between this and projects is that is a different mindset, right? It's a different mindset. Here you're working on products and not projects. The products and product-led mindset is very, very different. This is more lean. In this particular one, you don't just jump to start a project because somebody has said they want the project. In this particular mindset, you are trying to, you don't even know what the product will be, because the first thing you do is to do your research. You do your user research, you validate the problem. Okay, we are trying to solve the problem for so. We'll do interview. What is this problem to you? How do you think this problem can be solved? Before you now coin out, based on the requirements you've gathered, or based on the user research you've done, what your exact product would be. And your journey doesn't end at just finishing the project, unlike the project managers. As a product manager, you will proceed to also take the products. You'll be part of the you would work with the marketing team to take the products to market. You would also continue to manage the products after it's been taken to market. You set KPIs to ensure that the product is meeting the metrics that have been set when success was defined. Right, so who can take this course? Aspiring product owners, as Scrum Masters, professionals looking to switch to this field, professionals, entrepreneurs, and for those of you that also want to, product managers is one of the career paths that you can use to position yourself for global talents visa, because it's about digital products. In fact, even if you're not coming in through product manager, part of the ways you can showcase evidences to qualify for the global talent is to have worked on digital products. They are very keen about it. If you work in a bank as a tech person, it's more difficult for you to prove your experience for global talent visa than if you work on a tech product. If you work on a startup that the product is even still very new in the market, you are more likely to get it than someone that work in a very big bank as a developer. That's the way they want your experience to be tied to digital products. Have you worked in products-led environments? So they are very keen about products, and that's to tell you that that's the next stage. Products, a lot of companies are going lean. We still have projects, because not all projects are products, right? We still have projects, but a lot of product-based projects are moving to do things the product way, the agile way, and co. So if you are one of those who have interests, in this field, you can see the Scrum and products are actually higher paying roles, right? They're higher paying roles, and you can see what the salary requirements look like. These are the tools you will learn not only in our Scrum, but also in our PM, in our BA, in our Scrum and product manager courses. You can see how many tools we have on the screen, and not only will you learn them, you would actually use them as well. The training perks are also the same, everything as the one we've said earlier, and is also on a discount for $5.99. However, we are giving an extra £100 off again, because it's January, right? And it's early bird first cohort for the year, So secure your slots now, because the discount is ending, soon. You can also split your installments using Klarna, ClearPay, Pay Later, and PayPal. If you are joining from Nigeria, send a message, to the number provided, and they will communicate with you the Naira amounts. I'm going to welcome Modupe Awe. Modupe completed a master's program and is currently enrolled for the SMPO bootcamp. She's passionate about customer service and technology and aiming to improve user experience with better solutions. RKY has been an incredible experience with excellent tutors, structured learning, and great value for investments. Right, so Modupe, if you are there, please come on stage. We're happy to have you. Thank you for accepting to speak at this engagement. We appreciate you.
Hi, okay. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Modupe, and I just currently concluded my master's in business management, and I'm currently enrolled in RKY Careers Scrum Masters and Bootcamp 7.0 cohort. I'm so passionate about customer service, like Ruki has said, and also technology. Based on my experience, I have experience in customer service, and also I have a beginner's knowledge in UI UX designing. And the reason I had experience in UI UX designing was because while working as a customer service personnel, I noticed that customers are finding it difficult to use products that are supposed to make life easier for them. So I decided to go into UI UX, and I noticed I wasn't getting what I wanted. And I decided to find more to what I wanted. I made more research to see which skills align with what I actually wanted, and I decided to go for product management. While I was looking for where to actually get these skills I needed, I was online when I saw Rookie on Instagram Live, and I joined a live program that day, and I was able to get some information about RKY careers. Though I didn't start the course immediately as at that time, because I wasn't having a job, because I was near in the UK, and I was also a student. However, after my studies, I felt like, okay, I need a visa sponsorship, and I feel product management is where I can get the sponsorship from. Also, reading through all the requirements and payments, I still felt I couldn't pay. And what stood out for me to actually also go ahead was because I got information that I can pay more than once. So I went ahead to register my interest, and now I paid every 2 weeks using ClearPay. And while we are on the program, I was able to meet various people. I was able to work with diverse team members, because it's actually one of the important skills you need as a product manager. Not only as a product manager, as a project manager or a marketing manager, you need to work with diverse team. I was able to work with diverse team on our project. I was able to actually, upskill. I was able to upskill on my communication skills, because normally I'm not someone that speaks a lot. You can actually notice it from the way I talk right now. I'm a very, very shy person. But RKY, the project phase and the assignment phase, whereby we are asked to make presentation in class, has actually changed a lot of things about me, to be honest. During the assignment phase, you are actually supposed to think of a problem, and make your research, do your user research to find out what users feel about the problem and how you can solve the problem. Before, I was always thinking about a solution before thinking about the problem, but joining RKY careers changed my orientation about that. I was able to learn a lot from that, and to be honest, we have excellent tutors. Honestly, our tutors are very, very good. I've actually joined a boot camp before, whereby I had to stop in the middle, because they weren't offering what I wanted. They weren't giving the vibes I wanted. But in RKY, they are very professional. They are very supportive. Like, they are just holding your hands that you can do this. And also, we are currently in our project phase at the moment, and it has been an amazing experience. During the Christmas period, I was supposed to be, having fun, but then I couldn't have fun because we have a project to submit in less than 4 weeks, and we needed to actually work together and compromise some things to actually achieve the results. To be honest, my experience has been amazing and wonderful. And I must say thank you very much, Ruki, for this opportunity, because I don't know if I can get this anywhere else. To be honest, I don't know. For this prize, you are doing a great job. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Modupe. Thank you for sharing your experience. I also love, how passionate you talk about the reason why, you are doing products. It's always something that would sell. So keep it up when you get your interviews as well. Bring it to the table like that. You love, products that users that actually solve problems for users and not just products that was coined in the head of the product owner or the business owner. Because, user-centric products, products that are actually solving problems are what we need, right? Are what we need out there. So thank you. By the way, we're not the one that told them not to eat Christmas chicken. We went on break. They decided to work.
We chose not to go because we have work on our hands, and I feel is also like being passionate about what you are doing, and is also the kind of energy you put into your career when you get that job you want.
I totally agree. I just wanted to let people know that RKY, we don't get involved in the project phase. It's up to you and your team to decide the best time to meet and whether or not to meet at certain times. But yeah, I really love the energy that we get, from the Scrum, the projects, the products managers, the business analysts, right? The energy and everything they put into it. I'm not always surprised that we have lots, success stories, from there. So a big well done to you, Modupe, and your team as well. And thank you, for this. So if Scrum or product is your own incline or what you love or what you want to enroll for, I would say you should take that step right now, right? Don't sleep on it. Secure your slots now. A lot of people are already securing their slots and, sending us messages. So if you secure your slots, send us a message that you've secured your slots. And that's the only way you can take action. The market is not going to get, I mean, we are really hoping and praying that the market gets, better. It becomes the candidates market like it was 2-3 years ago. But guess what? As we speak right now, the market hasn't changed. And what am I trying to drive at? Most of the people that join our boot camps, the only regrets they always have is that they didn't join much earlier. People that got jobs 2 years ago, they don't even know what is going on right now in the market. We have a couple of people that recently lost their jobs, right? They were made redundant. We all know about the redundancy stuff. So 2 years ago, they were able to get a job, and then they just find themselves. It's just like, being dumped in a more competitive market. Then. But before you even post something on LinkedIn, recruiters reach out to you. Now, if you like, you have to be beating a drum to get attention these days. That's how competitive the market is right now. But guess what? At RKY Careers, we make our students very resilient, and we also teach them strategies that will help them market themselves. Because right now, the way the market is, you need to market yourself beyond just having skill sets. Because so many people have skill sets. Do you know people that don't even have as much skill set as others are likely to get jobs if they are able to sell themselves more. But that the question is now, how long would they be able to keep the job? Guys, do we still have people here that had interest in data analysis, business intelligence, business analytics? So not cis, because there's a difference, right, between analysis, business analysis, and business analytics. So data analysts, business intelligence. Do we still have you in the house, or should we skip? You guys, it looks like I've been talking for too long. I need to ask questions. I need to throw a task to you guys. Right. This one, I'm okay. I'm going to do something that is very interesting soon. But yeah, let's talk about data analysis. Data analysis is a career path that is very close to my heart. Maybe because I'm an analyst myself, But data analysis and business intelligence bootcamp, is a 10 weeks intensive program that help you to acquire practical skill set and experience in data analysis. The tools that we prioritize and teach at RKY Careers are Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and you get introduced to AI and co-pilots. Right. Through the program, you would also, just like every of our other cohorts, you work on lots of projects, enough projects to build a portfolio. You work on personal projects on your own, because it's not just about group. When it comes to data, you need to be able to do things on your own too. You need to be able to use these tools on your own. Then you will now also work with others, because a lot of people can use these tools, but they can't collaborate. They can't manage stakeholders. And you will now present. How many of you follow us on YouTube? If you follow us on YouTube, can you drop our YouTube link, admin? You guys need to follow us on YouTube as we speak before I continue. Because all of the sessions where our students showcase their projects and their products, right? They are all uploaded to YouTube. You can binge on our YouTube to really understand what happens in our work experience phase and how our work experience is so transparent. And we are happy to put it out there for anybody that wants to know more. It's not like we promise you something and to be something else. Can we drop a link to our YouTube admin? But as I was saying, you present to stakeholders, and some of these presentations we call our Data Insights Day. This is a public event where anybody and everybody can come in to come and see what our data analysis students have been working on. Right. So who can take this course? Entry-level professional looking to start a career in data analysis. Anybody at all. Like I said, everybody needs analytical skills. Analysis is what is going to help you stand out in the job market. Analytical skills is what is going to help you stand out regardless of your role. Everybody needs it. We have a lot of our students who come back after they get the job, and maybe under PM they get the job, they come back to learn data, because it's very important. So I'm going to give you guys a task now. So I said something about anybody, right? Do you know that anybody can add analysts to their roles, and it would form a real role that is in demand, right? So let's warm up, guys. I know it's extremely cold for those of us in UK today, but let's warm up, guys. Add analysts to your current role and let's see the career paths that you form from it. Where is Aki now? Aki, okay. Mary has beat Aki to it this time. Mary says, Mary, you said data analysis analyst. Really? What I meant was career paths that are not analysis already. Just add analyst to your current role. Anyways, healthcare analyst by Benedict. Aderonke says business risk analyst, product analyst, sustainability analyst, critical care analyst, project analyst, technical analyst, customer service analyst, logistics analyst. But guess what? Do you know that there are actually roles like this? We have students who have gotten healthcare, what's that role? Healthcare data analyst or health data analyst, right? Health data analyst, public intelligence analyst, adult information social care analyst. In fact, within some healthcare industry, your title can still remain data analyst, but the kind of data you'll be working on will now be the data for your industry. Analysts across industries do the same thing, but what makes the difference that now make them have different job titles is the what's it called, the kind of data they'll be working on. Is it going to be a finance data or health related data? Do you know there are people that analyze the healthcare data too, that will check, okay, if they do blood tests for 100 people today, how many of them have cough, how many of them have this particular disease? Those kind of data are what they now rely on to actually be able to predict illnesses before they even happen. I remember when I was also I remember during my pregnancy days, right? There was some tests they said I have to do because of my race at some particular stage in my pregnancy, and that is because they have data that majority of people that are within my race, they get some certain symptoms, for some kind of they get some certain symptoms at this particular stage. If they don't have data, they won't be able to predict and be able to capture early. And that would reduce, mortality rates, or whatever rates. That is how data works in the healthcare industry. And that is exactly how it works in every other industry. I think we started this by talking about how everybody is now data, that's how we started this session. So talking about the importance of data analysis, I think we all know by now that data analysis is the new oil. Right, like I said in RKY, we cover Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. And you also get free PowerPoints recorded class as well as a lot of other tools. You also gain soft skills like working under pressure, team management, collaboration, emotional intelligence, stakeholder, problem solving. Now let's talk about visa sponsorship. You can see the potential career path you can explore. There's no limit to it though. That's what I love about data analysis. There's project analyst, operations analyst, customer insights analyst, marketing analyst, finance analyst, business intelligence analyst, pricing analyst, products analyst. Guys, and then look at this potential for sponsorship. You can see the codes from data analyst to data officer, data quality analyst, information management analyst, data center manager, data visualization manager, and so on. Right, that's to let you know that the data career path has a very high potential for sponsorship. Now let's look at the NHS, for instance. What kind of roles have our students gotten? These are actual roles that our students have gotten. For those that I think a couple of people said they are interested, and we have a lot of people that are in healthcare at the moment. And how can you translate this, your healthcare, as an advantage to get your next job? Right, you have worked in NHS before, you've worked in health and care. There's a way you can combine this together, maybe not necessarily on your CV. You don't so that you're not arguing with those that want to do your CV that, oh, I must put my healthcare experience there. But if you are using it to apply on NHS, definitely you can put that experience within the NHS track job, right? And you demonstrate that you've worked on healthcare related projects. There's always a way to create healthcare related projects. Those projects you've done, they're just supposed to be like simulations. You can always now fine tune them to the industry you're trying to apply to. Say, for instance, if you just build a website normally during the project phase for like maybe another industry, but we would help you to understand how this will apply in healthcare. Just like the example I just gave, how data is captured, they're able to check how many people come up with a particular symptoms, and as a result of that, they're able to now predict. So the way data works, you collect historical data, you analyze it to predict, for the future, for decision making, to prevent, occurrences of things, and make better decisions, really. So now in NHS we have our students as data analyst, finance analyst, reporting analyst, health data analyst, clinical data analyst, business intelligence analyst, population health analyst, information analyst, social care information analyst, business intelligence analyst, and many more. Here is a sample of the final projects that some of our students worked on, and we also bring judges. Guess what? These judges are also our alumni. How wonderful is that? We have our alumni working in, as HR project analyst, with national grid, geospatial public intelligence analyst, with, is this CQC or something? Data reporting analyst in a fintech at WorldPay. I mean, isn't this like a good thing to look forward to? And then they now come back to now tell us. These are people that have passed through the boot camp. They come back to tell us that this you think you are learning now is also what I learned that got me to where I am. This is what I do every day now. And what I do every day is not difficult or different from what you are learning now. And they also judge some of the projects and presentations of our current students based on what they are now seeing in the industry. Based on what I'm seeing in the industry, because sometimes we feel that, the requirements in the job markets, yes, getting jobs can be difficult, but when you get the job eventually, the job itself, they are not always as difficult as we think. And that is why we need to also have connections in the industry, right, to actually be on track. Right, very quickly, in terms of training perks is exactly the same. In terms of discount and pricing is exactly the same. Data analysis, we are very close to selling out too. So secure your slot as we speak, right? Secure your slots right now, right? For this, and like I said, just like every other course, you get the £100 off by using the early bird discounts. Right, so please drop the link again. You guys already have the link in the chat box. Click on the link, subscribe to our YouTube to watch our last Data Insights Day if you want to gain more knowledge about what we do. Like I said, you get certificate of completion, you get CV and LinkedIn optimized, you get access to the LMS for up to 12 months, you get lots of resources to digest and and use. Right, so right now we've got Olale Mustafa, the data analysis alumni. It's just completed 9.0. My decision to join the bootcamp was true due to my passion for progression in tech, as well as my desire to know data analysis tools like Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. And now I have landed a role with the NHS. Right. So Olaleko, if you are there, thank you for joining. We are happy to have you. Do we have Olaleko on the call?
Hello. Good
Okay.
afternoon, everyone.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for speaking at this
Thanks,
session.
thanks for having me here. Like you said, my name is Olaliko Mustafa, and today I want to share my journey, a journey that took me from being a support worker to transitioning into tech industry with the help of RKY career. So before I discovered RKY, I was a support worker within the NHS. I love what I was doing. Like other people said, they want to transition because of money. The main reason why I wanted to transition is because I want the flexibility. I want to be able to work from home. Like I used to see my other colleagues while I would leave the house early in the morning, they will be at home, they'll tell me, bro, I'm working from home. At the same time, I'm playing game, I'm watching movie. I was like, how are you guys doing it? So I want to move. I want to work. I want my life to be very flexible. So, you know how this UK is. So initially, I hesitated because of the stories people used to tell me about other boot camps. Like after the course, they don't attend to them again. They abandon them, nothing else. So what they were after is just the money. So I like everyone here. I didn't have the privilege to see people that would talk to me, that would tell me about RKY. So because I don't have friends that I don't have alumni from RKYs. I don't know anyone that finished from RKY. So other boot camps that they completed, people were not happy to refer the boot camps to me because they were not being supported at the end of the course. So despite this my doubt, I reached out to RKY on Instagram, and when we the first day we chatted, so they were so responsive. They listened to me. So I noticed that these people are not really after the money. What they are really after is to impact knowledge. Is what they want to. They are proud of what they want to achieve. They are proud of what they are doing. So I took the risk. I enrolled into the business analysis and data analysis and business intelligence course. And I must tell you, this risk that I took changed my life. It was the best decision of my life. So, like RKY said, RKY, they didn't just deliver their promises, they delivered above and beyond. When it comes to the live session, it was so interactive. So we were able to speak to the instructor compared to other boot camps that they just record this, they drop this, they record videos and send to their students weekly. I have friends that paid for such boot camp, that they were not the classes they were offered, they are not interactive class. So it was not an interactive section. So RKY offered an interactive section. Even aside that, there was a drop-in section, 2 days drop-in section after classes, that you can interact with the instructor and ask questions. In terms of the CV and LinkedIn optimization, they delivered that too. So they were even the ones chasing us to fill all our details so that they can help us with that. And I didn't even know they offered certificates of participation. When I got my job, I requested for it, and immediately they were so happy. They were happy to support me. They were happy, and also employment reference. So RKY was they delivered that too. And another thing that RKY did mention is in terms of voluntary support role. They offered us employment. It's like a voluntary support employment. Like if you are interested, if you want to support other students. So along the line, I accepted such offer, even though it was voluntary. They were not paying us, but at the same time, I gained when I was impacting knowledge to people. I was also learning from that knowledge at the same time. So, and another thing was the interview preparation. Even at the end, after when we finished the boot camp, we still they continue giving us the interview preparation every week. which it was superb and it was top notch. So like other boot camps that after the course they just abandoned you, RKY was there. We felt like we were among our family. We felt at home. They were easily accessible. Like if you need anything, you can chat. You can reach them on WhatsApp. You can reach them on Instagram. You can reach them on via email. So I'm proud to say that RKY is still the best compared to any other boot camps in this UK. And so let me just say, fast forward to today, I'm proud to say that I work in a data and administration role within the NHS. And being a support worker before, and transitioning into a tech within NHS, what gave me the, though I was a support worker within NHS, so that has already given me a slight advantage to transition within the NHS. But what gave me the higher advantage is the technical skills and knowledge that I gained through the boot camp. So I now have the confidence to say, okay, I want to move from nursing and midwifery department to an administration department to a technical department, because I know even though it wasn't on my CV that I was working as an administrator or a data administrator before. It was all what was on my CV was just about support worker role, taking care of service users. So that also gave me a setback. But from the interview preparation, what they told us that okay, it is not really about what you have in your CV. It is about what you can offer. So which was what gave me the confidence. So I applied, I did the interview, and I got the job. So my advice to everyone is that life is all about taking risk. So it was the risk I took that brought me here now. It was because of the risk that changed my life. And if a support worker like me can move can move into tech, then anyone can also move into tech without even having any prior knowledge or any prior experience in data. Or though I had a little experience in Microsoft Excel, but after the boot camp, I got to know that Microsoft Excel can do more than you can ever think of. So I'm going to appreciate. I'm going to use this medium to also appreciate RKY for helping me achieve my dream. And everyone listening today, I encourage you to take the first steps towards your dream. Anyone can achieve it. Sincerely speaking, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mustafa. I really, the chat box is making me, So, Ken says, Olaleko has hit the main issue for me. Support after the boot camp to secure a job is most critical for me, and I truly hope it will be there for us. You've heard everybody here speak about it. Benedict says, Olaleko, thank you for those insights. That was passionate and quite revealing. Olalekon, you are making me cut onions here. Congratulations on your new role. Even I was almost cutting onions. Congratulations on your new role, Olalekon. And I mean, nobody can say it, if I talk from today to tomorrow, I'm sure some of you are like, RKY is here to just sell. But guess what? Of course, I'm here to sell, but I'm also here to share valuable information to you and also bring people who have actually passed through, the boot camp as well to share their very genuine and whatever stories with you. Thank you so much and congratulations, Olalekon, by the way. I'm super excited and happy that you landed your desired role right after the job and you were able to get that career elevation and upliftment that you so desire to move from being a support worker to being a data analyst and administration professional within the desired NHS industry. Congratulations and thank you once again as well for coming to speak at this session. Right. Thank you, Olalekon. I am coming soon. So we are looking forward to get you. Nice one, Olalekon. Blessing says, congratulations, Olalekon, you have really raised my hope. He mentioned flexibility, which is key for me as a mother. Congratulations, Olalekon. Lekon, I guess that you are very lucky to be shortlisted because even though it is still within the same industry, most recruiters will ignore you because of what you have on your CV. Anyway, congrats and best wishes. I'm not sure he said he had, the care on his CV when he applied. What he's trying to say is that was what is on his CV before the boot camp. I don't know if you get. We optimize the CV, but I mean, it depends. There are different ways. We also train you on how to, like, if you're applying within the healthcare industry, there are ways to showcase healthcare related projects, right? To land your desired role. So it's not just about the training. We also educate you, and we do your CV for you first off, and just like, I don't know who was, maybe the last person said it, that after the, we'll reach out to you. This is what you already have. During the CV process, we also work with you. A consultant will reach out to you. We are working on your CV at the moment. We only see that you have care on it. This would not work. How can we work together to make sure that, can you give us the real experiences maybe you had somewhere in the past that we can put, so basically, because we all know that the care we are all doing, we all started doing it here before we moved to the UK. We all had different career paths. That is also equally important in our journey, right? In-depth highlight of transition. Thank you, Olalekon. My major concerns is the support after bootcamp, which Olalekon has confirmed to you is there. How long does the bootcamp take, and does the organization help you secure the job, considering most organizations require UK markets experience? Support after bootcamp is certain. So Olalekan has confirmed to you that support after the bootcamp is certain, right? Just like he said, during the course of the bootcamp, you have the support sessions, drop-in sessions, sorry. So the classes all Saturday and Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. You learn these tools because we know it's practical. We know we can't just treat you practical and leave you. Then you have data to use to practice what you've learned. And then we now have drop-in sessions. There's nowhere in the industry that they do this for you. So the number of hours we commit to be there for you in a week is 2 times 4. That's 8 hours a week. What does that mean? Classes would hold 2 hours each, 5 to 7, Saturday and Sunday. You will go practice. So videos will be up, of your actual class will be up within 2 working days. So latest by Tuesday, the video for the class that finished on Saturday will be up. And when that is up, you practice. You practice what you have learned. If you are stuck, you don't need to wait till Saturday. We have a drop-in. You can either ask on the community, on the group, is there anybody? And that's what I love about our community and our groups. They are always right. They are always very supportive to each other. Ask on the group, is there anybody that has scaled this part? I'm struggling here. Some people say, okay, let's join Team, let's join Zoom, I'm available, or something like that. And if I thought you don't even get anybody within, let's say everybody's at work, there's a drop-in session on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m., where a trainer will be waiting to just take questions. There's nothing to teach. I'm just here to take questions you're struggling with when you were practicing your Excel exercise or Power BI exercise or SQL exercise, and then you get that not only on Thursdays, because we know some people work weekends. So for those that work weekend, you can attend those drop-in sessions on Thursday. If you are now busy on weekdays, because it's late evening, you can also join on Saturday 1 to 3 before the next class, such that you clear everything you've learned last week off your table before you get into a new class. This is what happens throughout the 10 weeks. And then after that is over, we have a weekend where I personally take you on, I coach you on interview preparation skills, how to use artificial intelligence, how to prepare for interview and everything. Then you also get technical interview prep from the trainers. And then when all of this is done, at the end of the bootcamp, you would have gotten your CV. You already be applying to jobs before the sessions. After all of this is done, you now get drop-in weekly, or bi-weekly interview prep sessions where you now have an actual JD, right? Because the other ones, you might not have interviews yet. But when you now start having that interview, there's still somebody there you can talk to, right? To get clarity on the interviews that you are now getting before you go in. Somebody just reached out last week. They have, a lot of our students are getting interviews right now, as difficult as the market is. And guess what? Getting interviews right now is a milestone to celebrate. One of our students has an interview with Amazon this week. We have some that have interviews with big companies. We even have a student currently in Amazon. We have students in JP Morgan. We have students in Barclays, in WorldPay, in FIS, across different financial institutions and even bigger companies in the UK, right? So let me take the questions we have. I think Olalekan's sharing, brought a lot of questions, and I love the fact that we are able to ask questions about our concerns, because you can't just make assumptions if you're not sure. All right, so is it anywhere in the world we can join, or just UK based? No, we are UK based and we use UK times, but we have students from Canada, Nigeria, Australia, Ireland. We even have success stories as well from this location. So you can join from anywhere in the world. Our classes are completely virtual. So I've been looking to learn Power BI and SQL. I didn't know which of the courses to key to until now. I guess now I have a clear picture of the next step. Right. Congratulations on that, Adironke. Secure your slots, towards the next cohort. It's currently down at £499. So make sure you secure slots. Right. So that's great. It will be great if we have more of those who have secured the roles, especially work visas, coming through to guide us. Right. We already have that, And just like I said, we have, the supports during the work experience phase. There are people that come back to give back. Some of them are already, in fact, we have a lot of sessions. We have monthly webinars. There's one of our students too from the data analysis cohort. He got about 6 job offers every week during the time he was in the job market. He got 2 visa sponsorship jobs, and 4 other jobs, 6 job offers every week. RKY, I'm back again. I've just gotten a job with this. I'm like, we have to bring him to come and show us the strategy. And he's not the only one. That's why I always say that this data analysis is a hidden gem among all our other courses, because everybody needs it. Now imagine if you now have that in addition to something else as well that helps you to, differentiate yourself in the markets. So all these sessions are also recorded, because there's nothing like expiry. Somebody used the strategy 3 months ago. That strategy is still valid. So all of these are still available for you to watch, all the previous ones. And we still have new ones as well. Is it only NHS that is sponsoring? No, it's not. But the same strategies you need to get jobs anyway is what you need in the NHS as well. We have our students sponsored across different industries. Can we get Python sessions attached in data analysis? At the moment, we offer low-code, no-code data analysis courses, because we don't want people to get stuck. And because they are stuck, they never finish. I don't know if you get, there's this feeling that not knowing something gives you. It even makes you have more imposter syndrome. We do have an introduction to Python session, just so that you can actually, this is pre-recorded. We do have an introduction to Python session that you have access to, right? But we don't go in depth into Python, because we want you to finish with confidence, so that when you're applying to jobs, you apply to jobs that need what you have, and you are 100%, in those areas, and not areas where you are just 20%, and then because of that you can't get the job. I don't know if that makes sense, but we have introduction sessions for Python, and there are also other avenues that you can use to learn Python as a whole. Right, so I'm a medical professional with over a decade experience as a medical doctor. Currently, during my internship with an Indian-based organization, I don't live in the UK. How can I enroll? Right, so you can enroll from anywhere in the UK, and anywhere in the world, right, regardless of your background or your profession. So if you are doing your internship, right, with an Indian-based organization, right, you can actually upskill to become a better data analyst, such that you are able to command higher roles, than intern related roles. Also, as a medical professional, I'm sure there are so many medical related, analyst roles where your previous experience in your medical field is what you will combine with data analysis to actually position yourself for such roles. I know a lot of people here as well. I know a senior person in NHS currently that used to be a GP, and right now he doesn't want patient facing roles again. Right now he's in a business intelligence related role where all he does is analyze, patients waiting record times, and all of that. But they need someone who has also been a GP before to be able to, I don't know if you get, bring that insights, because they don't just want a data analyst that don't have that background. That's why in NHS sometimes they demand clinical experience, or healthcare related experience. Are there recordings available? Yes, there are recordings. Is it possible for someone who doesn't have any idea in data within 10 weeks, or you need more time? It is possible, but you need to participate step by step. Is the certificate globally recognized? Yes, it is. Is the price same for those in Nigeria? The links for you to contact our consultants to get the Nigerian rates has been dropped on the WhatsApp and will be dropped again. What tools do we need for digital marketing? For digital marketing, I think there was a place for the tools, the SCM, the SEO tool, the analysis tools, right? Canva, MailChimp, all the tools for the different expertise, Google Analytics and all that. Is there any AML data analyst or compliance data analyst? If there is, what tools and programs do we need? Right, so we'll get to the compliance shortly, so you can learn more about the compliance. How do we navigate aspect of UK work experience, which many employers drop at us? From what Olaleko said and what I said earlier, you work on clients' projects. I said you should visit our YouTube, you see work experience our students have participated in. He said something also about us being prompt when attending to his reference, meaning that he got UK work reference from us as well, right? Well, I think the questions are a lot. Will I finish it like this? I'll come back to the questions. Let's proceed very quickly. So now we're going to talk about compliance, especially for that person. I'm interested in the compliance role. Do RKY offer this? Right. Yes, we do, and that is the next step. So talking about the compliance boot camps, this is a 5 weeks, boot camp that holds on Saturdays. One second, please. Right. So the compliance, let's mute ourselves. Thank you very much. So the compliance training it happens for 5 weeks. So what are the competencies you learn here? KYC, AML, compliance, financial crime and sanctions, and GDPR, right? In training as well, you learn and you also gain experience by working on cases. These are cases that you'll be tested on, right? These are cases that you would also be working on after or when you get the job. Right, so by the end of the bootcamp, you have thorough understanding of the UK regulatory framework, the UK, compliance space, and you'll be well versed in best practices as well. Who can take this course? All the early career beginners who want to integrate into the financial sector, they want to work with law firms as compliance professionals or foreign trained lawyers. We have a lot of people who were lawyers back home. They are now in the UK, they are now in other countries, but they are struggling to, write their exams, or they don't want to pursue writing exams to become solicitors, or they want to do it much later. A career path you can hang in or you can transition to fully and also have a very fulfilling life is the compliance field, right? Where your previous background as a law or legal person will be an advantage to any company that brings you on board. Anyone at all seeking a career in compliance, foreign trained or ex-bankers as well, people that were banking professionals, you were a teller in the bank, you were a cashier, you were in customer service, and you want to integrate or move into banking here, accountants, CEO and corporate executive, risk managers, and the likes. Potential career path you can explore for our course: KYC analyst, compliance analyst, risk manager, financial crime analyst, data protection specialist, AML, compliance analyst. So what's the eligibility for visa sponsorship, rights? You can see, the roles you can position yourself for and their codes as well, from compliance manager 2480 to compliance officer 3520. and the likes. We have a lot of our students as well. I think in the last Tech Summit, one of our students shared, a success story of landing a visa sponsorship job as a KYC analyst. We've also had a lot of our students in compliance manager, compliance coordinator. During this break alone, we had about 7 to 8 success stories from the compliance bootcamp as well. So where companies, our students land jobs, HSBC, financial institutions, law firms, and the likes. What do you get? Exactly the same thing, but this is just 5 weeks. In some other places where they train for people to become KYC analysts, where they train for people to become KYC analysts, the sessions are always done within 1 day or just 1 weekend, right? But here, we are not just giving you KYC analysis because we know that you need to bring more to the table, right? So we are giving you KYC, we are giving you AML, we are giving you GDPR, we are giving you financial crime and sanction. And that's the reason why we have a lot of success stories across it, because you can't be limiting yourself. You can't just learn how to become a KYC analyst alone, right? You can't become a KYC analyst alone, right? You need to bring more to the table. You need to be able to position yourself, juggle your skill set across, and your CV and co. So what do you get? Virtual life training, real life cases, interview preparation, quizzes and competency tests, practical case studies, UK reference, completion, certificate of completion, access to the LMS, post bootcamp support, CV and LinkedIn optimization, and projects and cases to be solved. The value for this, as you can see on the screen, is way more than we are offering. So we're currently offering the same discounts, £5.99 now, and an extra £100 off as well, if you secure your slots today. So secure your slots now. The links are already on the chat box or in the comment section for you to take your action. Right, so I've got Omo Labake Martins, our next guest speaker. She used to be an HR manager before attending and completing the RKY Compliance 5.0. Since completing the bootcamp, she has landed 2 roles within the fintech industry, the first one being an AML operations associate, and currently in another role as an onboarding operations associate. So, Omolabake Martins, if you're there, thank you for Omolabake.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Okay, yeah, good to know you're there. Thank you for accepting to speak at this session. Please, you have the stage.
Thank you for having me. So I'm actually, when I heard about this opportunity, I was very excited to share my story with everyone. And I was supposed to be on the last call, but due to some personal challenges, I wasn't able to do that. So yeah, like the intro said, I was in the Compliance Bootcamp 5.0, which was in 2023. So since then, I think I started in June 2023. And I think at that time it was 6 weeks. I'm actually very excited to see how RKY has grown since then. And lots of things are better now than a couple of years ago, which is great. Well done to the team. And I did the training for 6 weeks. Then I did the Excel training. There was a separate Excel training then, which I did as well. And since the training, I think I completed all of my training in August or September. And I got my first job in December with a cross-border fintech company. So meanwhile, I spent 8 years in HR. So I didn't have any compliance experience at all. This was me trying to look for a change in career and picking something that I thought I would be able to, get down with. And RKY came in very good. The experience was very good. The trainer was very good. It was very, very fantastic few weeks with the training. The level of support was awesome. The support whilst in the boot camp and after the boot camp was great. The the resources that were available. In fact, I have to commend the trainer. I think it was Lumi. I don't know if Lumi is still the current trainer. Lumi was amazing. Lumi was amazing. He shared his experience. I think he was a former lawyer turned compliance, and he had worked in a few places in the UK. And his experience was very bolstering for all of us. His personal real life experience, and going into a career that I had never been into before, I expected to start from scratch. And after my first interview, I applied for the role of an AML analyst, and I got a senior role from just 6 weeks boot camp. And of course, reading all of the resources. There's something that is called the KYC Bible. It is indeed a Bible. You just have to read it and digest it. And the things that were the tricks of how to interview, the tricks of how to make it seem like you know so much, that I took on board. Now, referencing the GMLSG and all of that, they really stood out in my interviews, because my UK manager, after my interview, I was able to read my interview notes after I was in the role and I was interviewing other analysts, and I read things like, oh, we've not had anyone reference all of these materials for this role before, so we have to offer this person a higher role. And I'm thinking, if only you knew. you know yeah, so that's my real life experience. And when I got the interview, I went back to all of the recorded interview preparations for the number of weeks that we did. And I would just, even when I was doing other things in the house, I would just put it on replay so that it can be my background noise. And when I applied for another role, I spent less than a year in that particular role. Since October last year, I'm in another fintech company as a senior associate, and this is me with barely 1 year of experience, right? And yeah, I still went back to all of the videos, to watch the videos, to read my materials on the LMS. I went back to listen to all of the interview prep and tips, and just to refresh my memory, because they're all still valid. They're all still valid. And that really, really helped. Some of the things I've forgotten, I refreshed my memory, and they really helped me to get my new role. And RKY is such an important part of my compliance journey, and I'm very grateful. Thank you again for the experience. And I must say the support is still there afterward. I got my reference letter from RKY. They asked me, what do you want us to put? So I was able to give feedback regarding what the role is and what I wanted them to put in it. I passed all of the verification checks, because the company they had another company doing verification checks on where you worked. I don't know what they must have. I know they must have reached out to RKY to confirm everything that I had on my profile, and RKY came through clutch. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Omoladake, for sharing your journey. I'm super proud of you, from landing the first role and then moving on from there. Because, yeah, in as much as we also, train and play our parts, there's always a part that we can't do for you, which is the you parts, right? We always tell our students, what make you stand out or what make you get those jobs isn't only about us, and you need to play your part as well. You need to participate, because we can give, but if you don't take, if you don't receive what we are giving, right, it's going to be of no value to you. So thank you for being a great ambassador of RKY Careers year in, year out. And, thanks for accepting to speak, at this session as well. Congratulations on the job offers. Right. So there you have it, guys. Compliance, KYC, AML. You can see how our role has also changed. She went from AML operations associate to onboarding operations, a senior onboarding operations associate. So please, if compliance, KYC is, career paths that you are looking to, you're a foreign trained lawyer, please take that action now as well. Right. And but Lumi is still the trainer, and the support, like you said, is still very much, we are just updating and upgrading and, all of that. Right. So let me take the few questions we have. Is it recommended to take more than a course at a time? So I think it might be the compliance course is really short. If probably there's a gap between the start dates, I would have said you can consider it. But they are very close, they are a week apart. Compliance is 4 to 6, data is 5 to 7, right? Even though compliance is just for 5 weekends, it's not it's just for 5 Saturdays, really. But I would advise you do it maybe one at a time before you wrap up your data. Maybe there'll be another compliance, or I don't know which one you want to start with, but it might be overwhelming, combining it because their start dates are really close. Right. So but yeah, I would recommend always, going for data after any course you choose. Right. So as a data marketer, I want to learn how to get clients. Is the bootcamp helpful to find out clients and how? Right. So the bootcamp is going to teach you how to leverage digital marketing, skill sets, channels, and platforms to get clients. It's not just a one way. There's no one special way or one only way of getting clients. You need to leverage, lead generation, conversion, through all of these channels, organic leads, organic marketing efforts, as well as paid marketing efforts. All of this you will learn in the bootcamp. Right, I'm watching from Kenya. Thank you for the good work. Thank you, Felix. Thanks for joining us all the way from Kenya, and we appreciate you. For someone transitioning completely into tech without any previous experience, how do you handle job experiences they can include in their CV to aid their job application? So just like everybody have said, you would work on projects. You would actually work on clients' projects. So we have some of our other affiliates, that get projects from clients, which we allow our students to be the one to start and finish so they can gain experience. This experience go on their CV, and this is what we reference when they get job offers. I don't know if that makes sense. And you can hear what they all said about the work experience phase. The work experience phase differs from course to course. Some are more intense, because the courses themselves are actually more intense. That's why we have some courses just 5 weeks. We have some 4 months. We have some 13 weeks. We have some 10 weeks. So after the training, how long do we have access to the LMS? We usually say 12 months. Most of the roles under KYC and onboarding are not visa sponsored. You can say that, although we have a couple of people as well who have been sponsored, but like we said, the market is always about what more can you bring to the table. As a KYC person or as a compliance person, what other skill sets are you bringing to the table? We all know that a lot of companies right now are outsourcing, even beyond KYC and AML. They're looking for cheaper countries, where they can employ from, which is why it's better to continue to get more technical so that you can continue to position yourself here. Even as a business owner, I can't count how many mails I get, or people that reach out to me on LinkedIn offering me some cheap stuff at South Africa, cheap stuff from different countries. This is the same way bigger companies are also getting these mails or these, proposals, right? So that's why you want to be different in the market. You don't want your skill set to be something they can feel from, just anywhere, right? Right. Our KYCML role being sponsored, just like I said, it's very competitive to get sponsored roles, right? Which is why I would always go for, maybe more technical roles if you are keen about sponsorship. Do we need to write professional certification like ICA, anti-money laundering? There's so many professional certifications that exist across all these courses, right? Do you need to write it to get your first job? Not necessarily. Would you need it would you need it at some point in your career? Yes, you would need, to also career progress. Like I said, you need to continue to, say for instance, you finish PM now, or you finish BA, you've seen that, okay, BA is what I want to really do. You can go on to write your BCS, you can go on to write your Prince 2, you can go on to write your ICA, you can go on to write, after, you want to now give yourself more advantage. But experience is what always comes first, because the likelihood of you landing a job with experience without certification is higher than with certification without experience. I don't know if that makes sense. Right. So how do I become a healthcare analyst when I am already a healthcare assistant? To become a healthcare analyst, you need to become a data analyst. You need to add data analysis to your skill sets. Right. What if someone wants to take both Scrum and data analysis? Do we have to enroll twice? I mean, individually for each course? Yes, there are two different courses. They have two different calendars, schedule, trainers, resources, and all that. One is 10 weeks, the other is 4 months. Okay, I think I've answered all of the questions right now. So thank you again, Omolabaken, and every of the speakers that have spoken today. Right now, we're going to talk very briefly about Excel before we call it a day. So the Excel and PowerPoint training is the one that is easy for you to combine with any course at all. And that's because the timing is very strategic. It's 2 to 4, one starting today. They are 30 minutes into the class. It's just £50 or 50,000 naira for those in Nigeria. The reason why we've made this very affordable is because it's must have. Everybody needs to have. It's just like learning how to turn on laptop and close laptop. Everybody needs to be able to do it regardless of your role. You need to be able to make presentations. You know why? Because you can invest in a 499 course, 599 course, 2,000 pounds course and actually become grounded in it. But the reason why you might now struggle to get a job might be because you can't present your idea. You can't you can't create presentation using slides, or you can't, do simple spreadsheets, right, on Excel. This is why everybody needs to take this course. If you don't know what you can do with Excel, yes, or the only thing you can do with Excel is inputting data, then you probably need to. And I would say you should secure your slots right now. You can still join the class that started 30 minutes ago, or you can join the next cohort. It's just for 6 weeks. It's also practical. There's also a lot of supports you also get when you are learning, and all that. So talking about all of these our courses, you have the opportunity to pay in installments. We've partnered with Klarna, with ClearPay, with PayPal, and Pay Later that allows you to pay from 3 months to 6 months. So for those that are saying, I want to know what really happens in that post bootcamp support, what does it really mean? So this is the slide that explains that. So we have the weekly/fortnightly interview prep. So for some course is every 2 weeks. For some courses is weekly. This is not the interview prep you get at the end of the bootcamp. At the end of the bootcamp, on the calendar for the courses, you get interview prep. After this interview prep, you now have a drop-in session. In these sessions, there's no presentation being done. It is you that bring what is discussed. I have an interview next week. Can we look through the JJ? Okay, share your job description. Okay, this is what is there. This is what you can do, Basically, monthly alumni webinar. We also have monthly insightful sessions where we bring different industry experts to come talk to us, right, about what's trending in the industry. Sometimes we bring HR professionals, sometimes we bring back our alumni who are now in the job market, sometimes we bring, recruiters, sometimes we bring immigration consultants, sometimes we bring global talents beneficiaries, and sometimes you can tell us who you want us to bring. We also have free bonus certification courses with RKY. Just in December, we had a free Primavera Oracle tool. So we know that we can't learn all the tools in the markets, right, within one boot camp. So from time to time, we just bring a tool that we know that is a good to have for everybody. This Oracle Primavera 6 is a tool that is required, for projects planning, in civil service, in the NHS and co. And just knowing that tool, sometimes just knowing one tool can give you a job. So having one tool in addition to what you have on your CV can be the reason you are called for an interview, which is why we have a lot of bonus courses that we bring to our students at no additional costs. You also get lots of visa sponsorship strategies with the CEO and other industry experts. You get on-the-job support. So this post-bootcamp weekly interview prep, if you've already gotten a job, there's nothing barring you from coming in to get clarity to questions you might already have, so long as it's within the time frame for this session. So tell me, where else would you get this amount of support? And I'm not talking about places where they just put it on their flyers just because they've seen that, everybody that is doing this thing are putting it on their flyer. I'm talking of a place where they actually do what they say, which is RKY Careers. Right. I'm sure you guys can see this very lovely picture here. That's our office space that we launched, sometimes last year. in Canary Wharf in London. So that's just to also let you know that we're not just, a side hustle. We are a properly registered company, that is recognized. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the number of awards we've won. We've won not only in the UK but globally as well. So these are a couple of global courses that we've had in the past. You can see we have the data visualization with Power BI, PowerPoints, presentation, as well as UX UI Figma course. These are still available on your LMS when you enroll, and you can see previous alumni webinars we've had, from getting that job offer, getting NHS visa sponsorship jobs, assessing remote job opportunities, landing UK civil service roles in 2024, navigating UK immigration laws. All of these recordings are still on the LMS for you to sit down and binge watch. If you are in the job market searching for jobs, you have no business watching series overnight when you can sit down. I'm not saying don't have a balanced life, but when you know that if it's one, you watch one movie, you watch one video that is also going to add to your life. So like this is the Primavera 6 that we had late last year. We also have our Tech Career Accelerator program. So this is a program for people that just need work experience, but for you to be able to join this, you would have had maybe theoretical knowledge, you have a certification, but you don't have practical work experience. This is not for those that have no idea at all. So this is, you only join from the project phase, but you need to come with your own previous knowledge, in the courses in the fields that show. So you've worked on one project, even as an alumni, you want to continue to be in the environment by working on another project, or, you want to just stay in an environment of working on project or products. You want to lay your hand, there's an opportunity to always come back to work on more projects, or to join projects through the Tech Career Accelerator program. Right. So in RKY Careers, we are very digital. We use the LMS like you've seen, as well as Basecamp. We also have an affiliate program that allows you to refer people to us and earn. Currently, you can earn a 5% commission on every successful referral, and you just need to visit our website and go to the affiliates program, register, create an account, and with that account, copy your link, share your link on your blogs, or your website, or your stories, on your page, anywhere you can market it, get people to sign up to our courses, and when they pay, you also get a 5% commission on that. So we also have the Apply Body program, which is a product that was also built by some of our students in one of our cohorts as well, and this is a job application as a service product. We help you to apply to jobs. This is not just done by tech. These are is a combination of human as well as tech efforts to help you apply to jobs. So if you're one of those at the end of your boot camp, that want to apply, you're so busy with shifts, you don't have time, you want us to apply for you. Although we always recommend that people do these things themselves, because it's actually expensive to outsource anything at all, here in the UK. So the Apply Body is a separate company registered on its own, so it's different from RKY Careers, but at Apply Body, we help you to apply to jobs. So you have a range of services to apply to, either job application only, job application plus rebranding if your CV is not good enough. We have the NHS job application, and we also have the civil service job application. So you can follow us on Instagram so that you can be updated on anything new that comes up. We also have our founders community, and like we said, we're a very robust community. We not only encourage you and help you to get jobs, we also want to support you on your entrepreneurial journey. Give it to your dad. I'm working. Daddy will give it to you. Right. So in our founders, we have the Immigrants Founders community. It's a community and a network dedicated to supporting you as immigrants as you start a business. I mean, in as much as you need to get a job and everything, there are also other ways you can achieve the same goals by starting a business. So if you need access to resources, mentorship, grants, growth support, and everything. If you have plan, you have idea, you want to turn to business. In addition to business coaching service, which is paid, which you can get with me on a one-to-one. So if you want to get into business or you want to build a successful six-figure business here in the UK, you can subscribe to my business coaching one-to-one service. That's different, but you can join our founders community for free resources, workshops, webinars, and all of that. So to join that, visit us on Instagram. That's the page, the Immigrants Founders Network, on the top right-hand corner. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on LinkedIn. The link in the bio that you can use to join the community, right? And we can support you on your business. Do you know that you can also, sponsor yourself? If the push gets to show, you can register your own business, partner with, people and all that, and register and sponsor yourself, right? So there's so many things you can do outside of just trying to get jobs as well. You can position yourself for global talent as a founder too, right? So, in this community, it's not just about enroll for our boot camp. There's so many life-changing. In fact, one of our students just shared a success story with me. Even two of them, they just got the Global Talents Visa. And how did they get this? We had our live events, the Limitless Without Borders is what we call that. We brought in a lot of global talents beneficiaries to come and share, how they got it, so that, because we know that we have a lot of tech community, we have students who want to use the skill sets they have, because for us it's not just about training people. We are always looking for how to match them with opportunities that abound even after the boot camp is over. As we have students, we are looking for how to push them to recruiters. We're always looking for how to push them to opportunities. So we brought in, the event was about not only career, it was also about business, encouraging people to start a business. We brought different global talents and professionals. They came in, they shared their journey, and they shared the steps they followed and all of that. From that event, people were able to make connections. They happened at the University of East London in June. We're going to be having another one this year. So the moment we see us announce that we are either telling you to join wait lists, just make sure you join, because it's always the best, summit, right, here in the UK, and it's physical. And they were able to follow the steps that they had. They got some mentors from there as well, and now they have their global talents visas. So sometimes it's information that we lack, and we need to be in the right community to get the right information that will move us forward. So if you're a founder, you have a business idea, join the founders community. Upcoming events, our courses. The compliance is starting at 4 o'clock. So if you're one of those that have subscribed for compliance, see you at 4 o'clock. Excel started 2 o'clock already. PMBA starting next week. SNPO starting next week, Saturday. Digital marketing starting next week, Saturday. Data analysis is starting next week, Saturday. I talked about digital marketing, Shanza. It was the first bootcamp I talked about. Tech Summit is right now. Compliance tester session is next week. No, I think that's an error, right? The product demo, 1st of February, which is where our students that are working on the Scrum products, projects, and business analysis side, they now come to show you what they've built, right? The products they've been working on, that real work experience we've been talking about. Come and watch us showcase our products to you. And then we have the data inside this for the data bits. We're also going to be having the digital marketing students come showcase their work as well. Sometime that will be communicated. So because, like I said, at RKY Careers, we are very transparent. We are very transparent, right? We say we'll give you work experience. We are not just going to put a company on your CV. In fact, for you to get that company on your CV, you need to show us evidence that you participated and you gained the experience, because that is what will make you be proud and good ambassadors of RKY Careers out there. Right. So I already mentioned about the office space. That's our beautiful office space in Canary Wharf. And I think we've come to the end of today's session. Do we have any questions at all? Please drop the link to the YouTube. People are asking for the link to the Immigrants Founders Network as well, right? So drop the link to the YouTube. go and subscribe, not only for this session that you've attended, but other sessions. As you can see recordings of how somebody won Return to Work Mom Scholarship, how to become a compliance professional, how to get visa sponsorship in 3 months, the product demo, how to gain practical experience in the UK, right? Our YouTube is filled with resources, right, that would help you, right, on your journey. So make sure you subscribe to it. And I don't know if there are other questions. What about web development? We currently do not have a web development bootcamp. When is a compliance classes starting? Today at 4 p.m. And every other course is starting next week. I already talked about digital marketing. Right, I think I've done justice to all the questions. Finally, secure your slots, and I look forward to seeing you all in class either at 4 p.m. today or next week, in the respective classes. It's been a lovely session with everybody that's participated, from Mary to Aki to, all the names, Ken, Ngozi, Danis, thank you all for attending. I really appreciate you all, and I look forward to having, a very fruitful 2025. I wish you all a fruitful 2025 where you take actions and you get results, for all the actions you take. And if you have last questions, drop it very quickly. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned to the end. It was a great session. Okay, are there any free courses to help me become a data analyst? Right, I'm sure there are free resources to become a data analyst. If you put it on Google, that your question on Google, you will get results for these free resources. Right, in the absence of any other question, let's all have a great weekend and see you all in class. Cheers.